and then we'll just get things rolling from there. All right. So the PDP Governors Forum had a meeting. I think they had their forum in Zamfara State on Saturday. I think Friday or Saturday. So they are resolved to carry on with the convention in November. You heard the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, speak there. So that's the first thing you listen to. After that, there's a trending video of Yahaya Bello speaking to lawmakers in Kogi State on doing whatever they have to do to support Governor Ododo of the state. So Ododo succeeded Yahaya Bello as governor of Kogi State. So that was trending. That's the second thing you listen to when he was telling them. In fact, the video, they all sat on the floor. They sat on the floor, looked like a parking lot. They sat on the floor and he was giving them instructions. I can't tell you if it's recent, but I knew it was trending at the weekend. All right, so we listen to Yahaya Bello speak there. And after that, Peter Obi speaking on our culture of celebrating corruption as a country and as a people. You listen to Peter Obi there on one of his many outings. After Peter Obi, we now listen to the Sultan of Sokoto, who was one of the guest speakers at the MBA conference that is now ongoing in Enugu State. That conference that should have come to River State, but moved to Enugu State as a result of the declaration of a state of emergency. It's 4 months on, all right? Anyone curious about, we paid you to bring the conference to River State, refund our money, or we'll go to court? Anyone remembers that? Nothing happened again after all the noise, right? Anyway, and so we listen to him speak there that justice is increasingly being bought, like literally bought, by the wealthiest in Nigeria. Sultan of Sokoto, Said Abubakar, speaking there. And then Julius Malema, who is, I think is the main speaker alongside Obasanjo at the MBA conference ongoing in Enugu State at the moment. So he speaks of a united Africa, talked about xenophobia, the harmful effects of xenophobia, and how to require Africa to fix Africa, or require Africans to fix Africa, and not Biden or perhaps Trump to come fix Africa. And then on Friday came the shocker. Friday into Saturday morning came the shocker. On Friday, the sole administrator went ahead to swear in those appointees into those boards. Remember, there was news of appointments made into 8 boards. One of them will be Rwama, another will be the Internal Revenue Service of the state, I think RSU board and the rest of them. And we talked about legislative backing. Well, we're not aware, at least to the public, I'm not aware that IBAS forwarded their names to the National Assembly and the National Assembly approved, screened and confirmed them for those positions. It was 2 weeks ago here when that news broke. And when we read the memo from the government house, the date for their swearing in was not included. It wasn't included. So the process ordinarily would be that the National Assembly will screen and confirm them before they're sworn in. But to my biggest surprise, like it was a surprise too when IBAS announced that the budget has been passed, they are now in the implementation phase. So I came by another big surprise on Friday to hear that IBAS has sworn them in. I'm like, what? You don't do Did National Assembly screen? Did they confirm? You see, this is the era we live in now. It's either blatant disregard for the rule of law or they do things in secret now. It has to be one of them, okay? So after that, Samuel Wanosike assumed duty as chairman of Rwama. And some of the things he read out was, what did he say? That we're returning to environmental sanitation last Saturday of every month. I'm like, is he aware that there is a court order barring the Rivers State government from restricting? So get this, you can do environmental sanitation, but you cannot restrict people's movement. It is unconstitutional for you to restrict people's movement. I'm not the one that said it. It's a pronouncement by Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court when the matter was dragged to his court. And since that ruling, the Rivers State government, then led by Nyesom Wike, stopped monthly environmental sanitation. Absolutely stopped it. It's a fact. I'm like, is he aware? Or he just feels he needs to make a loud statement? Then that's not enough. He now added that essential services must apply to Rwama 5 days before the environmental sanitation for them to be cleared. I'm like, wait, do we understand what essential services actually mean? For instance, a doctor is at home and he gets a call. There's an emergency. On Friday, he has to head to the hospital. You're saying that he should apply to Riwama 5 days before because he is expecting an emergency to happen. I'm not sure I follow. Or as a journalist, I'm needed at an event to cover something. Or no, even as a journalist, I said, let me go and check the level of compliance with the state environmental sanitation. He said that Riwama will come and arrest me because I don't have 5 days clearance to do my job, the job that I'm constitutionally empowered to do. And then lastly, but I asked that question for opinion poll, Real Talk this morning. Do we need to have 1 day, 3-hour shutdown for us to keep our state clean? Because when they said the people clapped, I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong with us? Are we thinking people? Like nations are advancing, we need to shut down the state for 3 hours before we can keep the state. The one that when you are done with the sanitation, the heap from the gutters and everything will be there. The streets will be messy. They won't come and clear it. And some of those things, those debris will go back into the gutters. That's what you're talking about. More. I think we have a thinking problem. So we listen to Samuel Wanosike speak there, as he assumed duty as the chairman of the board for Riwama. So I spoke with the lawyer. In fact, I initially thought he was the one that won the case. But when I had the conversation with the lawyer, he said, no, even in his case that he took to the State High Court, the judge was careful not to rule on it. So someone else took the matter to the Federal High Court and got judgment. I spoke with CN in Jigum, a legal practitioner. Take a listen to my conversation with him at the weekend.
So my name is Christian Njugum. I'm a legal practitioner based in Port Harcourt. I think it is unconstitutional, abuse of power, and also contentious. I say this because I remember almost 10 years ago, I specifically went to court against Riwama when somebody, a Seventh-day Adventist that was going to church, a student, he was arrested. We went to court, and when we went to court, on the ground that sanitation and restriction of movement on Saturday is unlawful and against the person's fundamental right of religion, and that the restraining of freedom of movement is also unconstitutional on the ground that the Constitution provides that nobody's movement should be restricted. And the court held otherwise and did not agree with us. Some other person also in 2021 went to court. One barrister, Prince Azudike, went to Federal High Court on this basis that the Federal High Court should declare that the blocking of Abajad Road by the River State government handed over all through its agency, Riwama, then was unconstitutional and illegal. And the restriction of regular movement during sanitation exercise, the court said on the last Saturday of the month, the court said that is unconstitutional, that they can't do that. That judgment was given sometime in 2021. You can check it out online. The court held that it was unconstitutional. To that extent, the River State government never appealed that judgment. The issue of stoppage of sanitation for the past 3-4 years was not just intentional. It was because there was a subsisting court order. And the law is right that when there is a judgment of court and that judgment is not appealed against or has not been set aside, that judgment is subsisting and binding. So it is contentious for the Riwama boss to just make such announcement without tracing the history and whether restraining people from 8 to 10
or 7 to 10
is against the Constitution. However, the history of it is that sometime in 2016 or so, one case, Ketukato, was arrested by Lagos State government and put inside Black Maria on the ground that they were doing sanitation. She went to court, and the court held that she has freedom to move from the breadth of this country, and nobody should restrain her. That is her constitutional right to move around. So that act of Lagos State government was unconstitutional on the basis of one, her freedom of movement, or whether the restriction of or stopping of sanitation was as a result of the judgment. I say so because they were parties. So I said they want us again to file committal proceedings or file another action if they find ignorant, because the law is right. The ignorance of the law or subsisting judgment is not an excuse. You cannot on one hand to say that if you want to commence sanitation when in fact there is a law against it. Now there is what we call hierarchy of laws. We have the act made by the National Assembly. We have the laws made by the State House of Assembly. And when there is a conflict between the laws made by the River State government and the one made by the National Assembly, the one made by the National Assembly supersedes that law.
Yes.
And it is a constitutional preamble that when this constitution made now is inconsistent, so it's inconsistent of any other laws that the constitution will supersede. So it is untenable and lack of contentious for the Rivers State government to feel that the laws made by the National Assembly, and even do you know that the court makes law? That's exactly what the reality school said, Oliver, when he hosts. That the court also by its decision is making law. And the court of appeal seems to be almost the connecting court to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
So their decision should not be seen as decision coming from the customary court or high court. So that's why you need to repeat that law. And whenever you make a law and that law is inconsistent, to its inconsistency, that law will never stand as a law. So I think it is premature or ill-advised for any person to think that VIO will stand as a court, stand as a prosecutor, and also a prosecutor. That is the tension, and that is the tenet of that judgment of the court of appeal.
All right. So you listen to that conversation. I also have the certified true copy of that judgment. I have the certified. In fact, we'll talk about it, so let me not stop. The same way about the VIO, I've been hammering here that VIO has no business being on our roads. Rivers State government then said, oh, there are laws in Rivers State that allows VIO to operate. The appeal court judgment banning VIO from being on our roads made it clear you cannot see the case of Delta State where the appeal court gave a decision. The lawyer stopped his vehicle and came out. I say people have no right doing what you are doing. The lawyer stopped his vehicle and came out. The man took them to court. First of all, the court said VIO has no right to stop vehicles on the road. If you have any issue, the point where you are supposed to check for roadworthiness is when they come for renewal of papers. If you don't do it then, you have no business being on the roads. The appeal court affirmed that lower court judgment. In Nigeria, Delta State, it's not about local, it's about national constitution. It's about the constitution, the fundamental rights of you and I, and the duties of the VIO. Now, yeah, would they talk or would they shout? Not so would they shout. Not be like say we get anything against any government. We have to say what is true. The illegalities that they are throwing in our faces every day, illegalities. So wait, perhaps Ruama will tell us that they're not aware that there is a court judgment. These days they don't even obey court judgment anymore now, so they do what they want to do. But it's our duty to remind them that there is a judgment that the Rivers State government did not appeal. There's no appeal against that judgment from the Federal High Court. Omotosho's court, the same Omotosho. There's no appeal. So maybe they will feign ignorance. Anyway. So those are the items we shared with you this morning. We'll talk about some of the issues, not all of them. Of course, we don't have the time to talk about all the issues. But let's go through the papers. There are channels for you to reach out and make your contributions. You can call in when the phone lines are open, 0810-9510-951. Again, 0810-9510-951. You can call this number, all right, and make your contributions when the phone lines are open. Or you can just send messages. You can send a message via WhatsApp or via traditional SMS channel. Or you can just do a voice note. Keep it within 60 seconds. 0701-9339-962. 0701-9339-962. There you can send a message to for your contributions. On Facebook, we have 3 posts. We have Real Talk, Opinion Poll, and a general post. Today951.fm. Today951.fm. Whereas on X, we have 2 posts. Real Talk, Opinion Poll. Real Talk, Opinion Poll at Today FM 951. Today FM 951. So let's begin. Daily Post. Give and take 20 minutes. Let's race through some of the stories this morning. They both belong to us. Akwa Ibom Governor pledges support for Comfort Emerson and Ibom Air. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Umo Eno has announced plans to support Comfort Emerson, the embattled passenger who was involved in a face-off with Ibom Air. The governor equally pledged support for the airline, which is owned by Akwa Ibom State government. Speaking during a grand reception held for him at his home local government area on Saturday, Eno advised that Akwa Ibom people should not join the fray in apportioning blames either to the airline or the passenger, who he said might have made mistakes. Quote here, "We will continue to support our flagship airline, Ibom Air. Every Akwa Ibom person should be proud of the airline which has flown our colors. Our money is invested in Ibom Air, so you should be proud of the airline. If there was any crisis, do not join issues with others who are spoilers because they don't love good things. Whatever had transpired, we will solve the problem. It was a small mistake. Both parties belong to us. The lady is our daughter. When 2 people fight, there is always a third person to separate the fight." The governor there. Malema calls for a single African president, currency, and military. Part of what he said yesterday. Pan-Africanist Julius Malema has called for a single African president, one parliament, one currency, and one military command to consolidate the continent's strength. Okay. Malema made the call on Sunday at the Nigeria Bar Association NBA Annual General Conference in Enugu. The president of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, lauded Nigeria's role in supporting South Africa during the anti-apartheid struggle. The 44-year-old politician urged both countries to lead the African Continental Free Trade Area in a way that benefits ordinary people. And then he sternly warned African governments against reckless borrowing, urging stricter regulation of loans from the World Bank and other international lenders. Okay, part of his address yesterday to the lawyers community. Tribune, insecurity. ADC asked Tinubu to declare state of emergency in Katsina and Zamfara state. The African Democratic Congress ADC has condemned the last Tuesday massacre in Malumfashi, Katsina state, where dozens of worshippers and villagers were brutally killed, describing it as a further proof of Nigeria's collapsed security architecture. In a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, the party linked the killings to a broader wave of terror in Katsina and Zamfara that has claimed over 140 lives in 2 months and called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to stop jet-setting across the world. The party asked the president to urgently declare a state of emergency in the affected states. The party also criticized the decision of PDP governors to hold their political meeting in Zamfara only days after the tragic slaughter of dozens of people in the state, describing the action as insensitive. Part of the statement, the African Democratic Congress is deeply outraged and concerned by the recent massacre in Malumfashi local government area of Katsina state, where 20 or 30 worshippers were shot dead in a mosque during dawn prayers and 20 villagers burnt alive in their homes. This evil act epitomizes the horrors the Nigerians have been forced to endure under the administration. It is also a damning proof of the total collapse of our national security architecture, which has prompted even the nation's chief of defense staff to ask citizens to learn how to defend themselves. The carnage in Katsina comes in the heels of the recent killings in Zamfara, where 47 persons were slaughtered, including 38 hostages murdered even after ransom was paid. And only this month, no fewer than 45 more Nigerians have been killed in Zamfara, with entire villages ransacked and dozens abducted. Taken together, over 140 Nigerians have been murdered in just 2 months in Katsina and Zamfara alone. It is disheartening to note that instead of confronting these urgent national tragedies with the seriousness that they demand, President Bola Tinubu continues to jet set across the world, chasing photo ops while his people are dying in dozens at home. We wish to remind Mr. President that diplomacy abroad is meaningless if safety and security at home cannot be guaranteed. It is equally appalling to note that President Tinubu has not made a direct statement of condolence to the families of the victims or given the assurance of safety to those still alive. The negligence would have been unthinkable in those countries that the president loves to visit. We call on President Tinubu and his government to embark on total re-evaluation of Nigeria's national security architecture, which has already proven incapable of protecting lives and property. The recent call by the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, for citizens to acquire self-defense skills is perhaps the most honest indicator yet that there is a need to rethink the internal or entire internal defense system. In a similar vein, we condemn the decision of PDP governors to hold their political meeting in Zamfara state on Saturday, only a few days after scores of citizens were slaughtered in that same state. This act alone further underlines an important fact. Neither the ruling APC nor the incurable afflicted PDP care about the people and their sufferings. They only care about power and politics. ADC. Well, our next story this morning. I'm not desperate to be president. Atiku Abubakar. I ask the question, does it seem so to you? Does it really seem so to you when you consider the fact that he's been contesting and he still intends to contest in 2027 if he gets the ticket of the party. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar on Saturday had said he's more interested in a better Nigeria, adding that he's not desperate to be the country's president. Abubakar said this while speaking at an affirmation ceremony for new defectors into the African Democratic Congress ADC in Lagos on Saturday. Atiku, who was a guest speaker at the program, was represented by Professor Ola Olateju of the Achievers University, Owo, Ondo State. The former vice president said he was not desperate to lead the country, but was very eager for a better, secure, and more prosperous country. Atiku Abubakar's plan is to build a better Nigeria. So it's not about him being the president. It's about having a better government, a good government that will be able to deliver for Nigerians. It's not a personal thing for him, and that's why some of us are with him. It's not about Atiku must be president at all costs. ADC to us is not a political party. It is a movement of Nigerians for a better Nigeria. He also said the movement in ADC was for the repositioning of the country and taking it to greater heights. It is no longer politics as usual. It's a new beginning. It's a new journey, a new beginning. We need a new beginning in Nigeria, and that's what Atiku is championing. It's not about a personal thing that he must be president. No, it's not a matter of must. The must is for him to see Nigeria deliver as wished by all. We're expecting a better Nigeria. We want Nigeria to be able to deliver. We want Nigeria to be able to take care of Nigerians. Claiming that Nigerians were facing challenges with the removal of fuel subsidy and attendant inflation, Atiku Abubakar said that a better Nigeria was possible with good leadership. And then he spoke on the likely emergence of a presidential candidate of the ADC. Puts it this way: it's not a thing we can predetermine. Whoever emerges through free and fair contest, we all are going to support. Everybody has a right to contest, and we're going to rally round anyone that emerges. We're not imposing anyone on the people. The point is better Nigeria, not Atiku for president at all costs, not Obi for president at all costs. Whoever picks the ticket shall be the representative of Nigerian people and will represent the collective voice and aspiration of Nigeria, he added. So there you have it, Atiku's statement this morning. Court of Corruption. Obasanjo knocks INEC chairman judiciary in new book. I saw this page earlier when Chidi Odekalo shared it on X. I think that was last week. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has criticized the Nigerian judiciary, saying it has been deeply compromised and that corruption among judges has turned courts into a court of corruption rather than a court of justice. In his new book, Nigeria, Past and Future, Obasanjo laments the steady decline of the Nigerian judiciary's integrity, warning that justice has become commodified in Nigeria. The reputation of the Nigerian judiciary has steadily gone down from the four eras up till today. The rapidity of the precipitous fall, particularly in the Fourth Republic, is lamentable, Obasanjo wrote. He expressed concern that the judiciary's decline poses a significant threat to the nation's stability. Obasanjo equally recounted an incident where a governor showed him 6 duplex buildings belonging to a judge who allegedly acquired them from money made as chairman of election tribunals. This anecdote, he said, illustrates the depth of corruption in the judiciary. The former president also accused Mahmoud Yakubu, INEC chairman, of undermining the electoral process since 2015. No wonder politicians do not put much confidence in an election which the INEC of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu polluted and grossly undermined to make a charade. And then he further alleged that politicians believe the outcome of election disputes it depends on the will of tribunal judges, Court of Appeal judges, and Supreme Court judges. He says no matter what the will of the people may be, the chairman of INEC, since after the 2015 election, has made his will greater and more important than the will of the people. Moreover, Obasanjo directly accused the former President Muhammadu Buhari of colluding with the judiciary during his election cases. Buhari threw caution to the wind, no matter what had transpired between him and the judges who did his bidding. In his election cases, financially he topped it up with appointments for them, no matter their age and their ranks. The former president concluded that the current state of the judiciary and the electoral system in Nigeria is alarming, saying, after a false declaration of results, making losers winners and winners losers, the victim of the cheating is advised to go to court, which is a court of corruption rather than a court of justice. Former President Obasanjo speaking there. The Cable. Adelabu, Nigeria to secure $190 million renewable energy loan from JICA. Adebayo Adelabu, the Minister of Power, says Nigeria is planning to secure $190 million renewable energy loan supported by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, that's JICA. According to the statement, a statement from the ministry on Saturday, Adelabu announced the plan during the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD, in Yokohama, Japan. Speaking during the engagement, Adelabu said the facility is designed to scale distributed renewable energy solutions across underserved communities. This builds on the recently launched $750 million World Bank Distributed Access through Renewable Energy Scale-Up program under the Mission 300 Compact, which aims to bring clean and reliable electricity to more than 70 million Nigerians. The ministry said Adelabu also engaged Japanese corporations, including Toshiba, Hitachi, Japan's Transmission and Distribution Corporation, and Energy Exchange Corporations. The discussions, the ministry said, centered on transmission infrastructure, operational efficiency, and strategies to reduce system losses. And then it just goes on and on and on. So I know some of you will be interested in this story, so I'll allow you read it. Sorry. The project, the ministry said, are expected to strengthen supply reliability to households, businesses, and industrial clusters, including Lagos Port. PDP governors, no anti-party forces can stop November National Convention. PDP governors, no anti-party forces can stop November National Convention. We listen to the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum speak there. And then Vanguard, I think this will be our last story. I don't know why he has chosen to make this revelation at a time where there is this dearth of trust for those in public office. Any of my PAs claiming to earn less than 1 million naira is lying, Governor Eno. Any of my PAs claiming to earn less than 1 million naira is lying, Governor Eno. Eno of Akwa Ibom State, the executive governor, chided his political aides for trivializing their wages in public, asserting that his personal assistants, who are the lowest of his numerous political appointees, earn a minimum of 1 million naira monthly. He stated this during a town square meeting with the people of Ikuno and in a federal constituency in Abiaku Ituk Upo, where he elevated his PA on protocol, Blessed Essien, to Special Assistant Public Works for making a difference when he donated a water borehole for his community. As I arrived here, they gave me one brochure by a PA who, out of the token pay he gets, has gone to his community to do a borehole and has reticulated it around the village. One man has done this, but some of them with political appointments are still lying to their people that the governor has done nothing. He has done nothing, and you're still there. Some say ordinary PA, but a PA to the governor of a state cannot be ordinary. Hear me well. No PA earns less than 1 million naira. And when they want to talk, they will still say it's a stipend. You call 1 million naira a stipend? 1 million naira is not a stipend to me. It is serious money. So I've asked the Secretary of the Government to compile names of all political appointees according to their local government areas. We're going to publish it in the newspaper. The governor then tasked the people saying, call your PAs, call your SAs, SSAs, call your commissioner, ask them, what have you done? He then told Essien, today you are being promoted from PA to SA to the governor on public works. Those are the stories for review this morning. I think I did it in less than 20 minutes. So I'm clapping for myself. Yeah. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll get into the issues this morning. Please stay with us.
Today is business. Today is a new trend for your businesses. We give you all the information you need to grow your business, new ideas and innovations that keep you earning more and staying relevant.
Every day, we engage in business, buying and selling, trading, and exchanging of services as individuals or as a country. Money goes round, it goes up and down. But have you ever wondered what business is all about? And have you ever wondered how you can stand out in your business?
Today FM has got you covered every Wednesday between the hours of 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Learn all you need from professionals on how the country runs its business affairs and how you can be an outstanding entrepreneur and grow your business.
Business Today.
They say wahala this one wahala be like bicycle. Waiting the happen. Now for today 95.1 FM, 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, Bomkwem. Now here you go here, waiting the happen for Niger and Obodo the world. Now that time where we they bring you Ogbonga to them, where go shock you. You go wonder say a person do like this. Now so we they bring them come give you acid the hot. Now where would they find way to sweep this country? Don't run. Because their blood in the chopper. They say this one. No worry. When time I reach, I'll say I want to. Let us see where they go. Homeland is homeland. Me, I go punket for them. I no go be get man at that time for airport. Waiting they happen. Make you no miss Mazi Ike God Ike Machuku and MC Kuro for waiting they happen. You go enjoy yourself. No forget to say woman they chop our recharge card woto. I don't tell you say this place na education center. As you sit down here with us from Monday to Friday, you go enjoy waiting they happen. Waiting they happen. Make you no miss them at all.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
I think I should just start the show since they will not allow him to write. The mic is live. The mic is live. The mic is. Oh, please just write your biography. Write your biography for me so that I can read it. Write your biography. I'll be waiting for you to write your biography. Please write it so I
will treat him the way
Jamala.
Rivers people were, according to the same people are both are that we're all from Edo. So we have a long resume.
I'm not from Edo, I'm an Nkene
Historically now.
Please write your biography.
You want to now. So you don't know your origin.
So what's the problem?
I want people to hear it. Those that are watching, they have an idea. Sometimes you need to hear it so that you know what I go through in the studio.
Are you afraid of them?
He said, I'm not serious.
I thought you remember
the mics are live. He said, I'm not serious. The mics are live.
That's what we are looking for. This is campaign era. Some of us that are.
Let me introduce Mr. Emmanuel Indukwe, who is our in-house analyst. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Nigeria.
Let me also introduce Mr. J.C. Williams, Esquire. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Well, good morning, Nigeria.
The other two persons I've also introduced,
you can make
they have biography written out.
So, smiling. It's been a long time you smile. I'm always making you smile.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning, Rivers people. Good morning to good minds. This good morning is to good minds. Those that are praying for the betterment of this nation and to Mr. President. This is your good morning, and I wish you a better Monday.
Comrade Ruben Izu Jr., a public affairs commentator, chairman, NDNAF, River State Chapter, and a voice for Ahota West people. Welcome, sir. Good morning.
Today that Kelly is hot. His blood is very hot. Kelly, it's always a pleasure, and it's been a while I've not been around. I've missed you guys. I always follow you guys when you're doing the needful, even if I won't say on my behalf. But for chiming him here, anyway, keep doing what you are doing, even if you are a controversial man.
Thank you very much. It's part of their colleague.
They don't meet somewhere, they don't talk. We understand. They don't meet somewhere, they don't talk.
You see,
their guy could just say, "You see our guy. No matter what he does, is our guy." Don't scold him. Don't scold
like
him.
A politician.
No, of course, you know how this is working. I just don't have an interest in. I don't have an interest in what you people do at all. At all.
I'm telling the party.
But let's begin with real talk.
Yeah.
Let's start off with real talk this morning. There are many sides to it, but let's talk about the one that is real talk. Dr. Samuel Wanosike is not a doctor, yes?
He's a PhD holder. I think PhD. PhD.
So let me give him. Since titles are very important to you.
Very. No,
Dr. Samuel Wanosike assumed duty as the chairman of the board of River State Waste Management Services or agency. Was it on Saturday? I think it was on Friday or Saturday.
Friday.
And his first notice amongst the many things he said was, we'll return to environmental sanitation once in a month. Last Saturday of every month, that's one. And then essential services company must apply 5 days before the sanitation for permits before they can do their job. When I heard it, I said, is Dr. Wanosike aware that there's a court case, there's a ruling from a federal high court effectively barring River State government and Rwama from restricting vehicular and human movement in the guise of sanitation?
And it has not been appealed.
And it has not been appealed. That judgment was not appealed by the agency led by Obua at the time, nor did River State government of Jason Wiki at the time appeal that judgment. So are they aware of what's going on? Let me read parts of that. The initial release, I have the CTC, so I won't go through the entire CTC. A federal high court in Port Harcourt ruled that it's unconstitutional and illegal to restrict vehicular and human movements during sanitation exercise, which is held every last Saturday of the month in River State. In a suit instituted by Barrister Prince Azubike against the Attorney General of River State, the River State Waste Management Agency and the Commissioner of Police challenging the power of River State government to restrict the movement of persons under the guise of Environmental Sanitation Authority. Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court ruled the restriction of movement in River State on the last Saturday of every month under the guise of environmental sanitation exercise is illegal, unconstitutional, null, and void. Any law authorizing the River State government to restrict movement of people in the state is unconstitutional for being inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution. The barricading of Ada George, this was the situation that made the lady go to court. The barricading of Ada George Road on the 31st day of October 2020 by men of Ada George Police Station under the instruction of the River State Waste Management Agency is illegal, unconstitutional, null, and void. A sum of 1 million naira was awarded in favor of the applicant jointly and severally with the respondent. Please, are we going to assume that Rwama management are unaware of this decision of court in the pronouncement that they made? Chimene.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I don't know if this matter has been appealed.
I'm not aware it has been appealed.
Yes, and if it has been appealed, then it means, if it has not been appealed, then it means that the judgment still subsists. And of course, the judgment of a court continues to be valid, especially at the high court level. If there is a initial stage, if there is a decision of a court and there is no appeal, then the chairman of the waste management, Samuel Wanosike, must abide to the court ruling. It does not matter whose horse is God. And by virtue of the fundamental human right, one cannot come out to say, when once there is a conflict between an act and the Constitution will prevail. And I don't know if it is part of the waste management regulations that they will restrict movement. I don't know. Even right now in Lagos, I don't think there is any such thing. People move.
No, because there was a case this in Lagos.
And when
they sued the government.
That's what and they got a judgment.
They got a judgment.
So for me, I'm a member of the PDP for the fact that we are, mounting the leadership saddle. it doesn't mean that we shouldn't do the right thing. The right thing must be done, and it's to follow the law. Right now, let me tell you, you don't restrict simply because you're cleaning your place. It's like what they do on Thursdays. Do you know that Thursdays shops doesn't open early? They open
by 10.
They resume by 10.
By 10.
So that is even a way of doing sanitation. I don't know if that one is different from what they want to do. So maybe this one may be holistic, but then if there's a judgment of a court, we must, Samuel Anosike must apply. Maybe read the CTC of that judgment and maybe appeal and even when the judgment is appealed,
you obey it.
Obey it. There must be total obedience. So for me, I think, I don't know if he's not aware, but within the Riwama, they have the legal advisors, they have all the institutions there that should inform him adequately that there is. So for me, that they are having sanitation, people shouldn't be conscripted. I think they have the waste management, those that are, in fact, when he gave this order, they've started packing most of the sites now. They are working, they're swinging into action. There are some sites that are just, in fact, each time I just look at the way they dump, nobody's regulating it again. Most areas have become a dump site, but for quite some 2 days now, they've swing into action, and let them continue with this. But in terms of this one, let them obey the law. Let the sole administrator obey the law.
Mr. Williams.
Thank you. First, I want to congratulate Samuel Anosike PhD on his appointment as the chairman of Riwama. That said, I want to believe that he made that speech in a hurry. Sometimes youthful exuberance too it's not easy. In the Nigeria of today, you got that kind of appointment. Some of us will be carried away and want to make a statement. If you even notice, when he made that statement, people around him applauded. They were hailing. And I don't need to consult a soothsayer to know that the reason for that hailing is because it is usually during sanitation, the so-called sanitation day, that they make so much money. Yes. I investigate, you will understand what I'm saying. Because one, there's restriction of movement. Anybody, the companies come to them to give money for a whole. In fact, if you hear anybody say, "I want to be appointed into Riwama," it is made because of what comes out of it. Mainly on sanitation days, because company donates money, company bring their equipment. A whole lot of things happen that same day. That's why he saw that upload. Anyway.
Let me plead with you. I see that I have to go for a commercial.
Okay.
And I hate that we have to pause it here, but we just have to go for that commercial break. When we come back, I'm interested in that. So they are making money.
It's a cash cow.
It's a cash cow. Oh, that's why they're in a haste. I would think it's youthful exuberance, even though Dr. Anosike is a man. Anyway, that break will do. We're back in a moment. No, somebody was telling me, I didn't agree. They are making money.
That's the reason now.
Education never ends, and we believe it starts even way earlier than most of us think. On Andre Gorgie, every Tuesday, 1 to 2 p.m., we unravel these various building blocks and its challenges that make you and I better versions of ourselves. Andre Gorgie on Today 95.1 FM. Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm. Take actions towards your dreams. Talk your talk. And walk your walk.
It was years ago. There's a statute of limitation on this stuff.
Make today worth remembering as we discuss issues as it affects Nigeria moving forward.
Talk that talk.
Weekdays, 2 p.m.
Exclusively on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right, we have some guests in the studio. I see a big man and a lady from the Springboard International Kids Country and High School Limited. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
May we know your names, please?
I am Emmanuel Kwame Mensah.
Okay.
I am the director of the project.
Sounds Ghanaian.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I'm Mwala Ogechi Constance.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Nigerian.
Yeah, Constance sounds Nigerian.
Yeah.
She's the project manager for River State.
All right. What is the aim of the Productive School Business Seminar?
It's an eye-opening seminar for all school owners and their staff. The eye-opening we mean here is that there are a lot of things going on in the education sector. You see massive schools closing down. You don't know the reason why. Some say this, some say that. Okay. A lot of things are going on in the education sector that school owners have got to know and to get ready to stop all those things from happening and bringing their schools down. Okay. That is why we are bringing this seminar. We have done it in other states like Abuja, Nasarawa State, Kaduna, Kano, and now we are in Port Harcourt.
Wait, what's the seminar about?
It is about the school business.
Okay.
You don't just wake up and because you have money, you jump into opening a school. No. It is a strategic professional area where you have to learn the skills that are needed to run a profitable school business.
Okay.
And that is what we are bringing on board to enlighten all school owners who are already in existence and those who are coming on board, who are yet to.
All right. So let's talk about some of the major benefits of those that would attend this seminar.
If you register and you are on our platform, okay, we consult for your school 24 hours.
Okay.
All the challenges you're going through, we consult for you, we guide you. It's not just the one-day seminar and it ends there. We guide you through the process so that you'll be able to run a profitable school business. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, we will have you on our social media. Every day morning, we drop a 10-minute skill acquisition seminar on there so that you learn on. Then you can also come to our office for the peculiar challenges you have for your school, and then we help you, guide you through.
All right. So, apart from school owners, who else can attend this seminar?
I also want to say that the teachers in various schools, some of us today, we don't employ professional teachers. Those teachers, you can also register your staff, both academic and non-academic staff, to learn the professional skills involved in teaching and learning process.
Okay. So school owners are invited?
And
teachers are also invited?
Their staff are also invited, especially school administrators, principals, headmasters and headmistresses.
So tell us something about the discovery of the national survey you did in the education sector.
We were managing schools for other people and we decided to go on our own. So we had to run survey across the nation. And we had 282 mind-blowing monsters that are bringing the Nigerian school system down. We didn't run it for the government. We ran it for our business. What do we do to make a profitable school business in Nigeria? So these are some of the things we are going to open to the school owners so that they can know what to do.
Are there other services that you render?
Yes. We recruit teachers for school owners. Your school, you're looking for staff, you come on our platform. We have a lot of people that have registered, teachers, administrators, headmasters, headmistresses. We recruit them for you and we'll be training them for you on the job as well. And we are inviting all teachers, school administrators, principals, and every other person that has to do with the school business to come and register with us so that school owners can come pick them, register, interview them, and they start work.
All right. See, I see a question.
Okay.
About a message you would likely have.
Okay.
For those that are listening.
Okay.
Or people who may have money.
Okay.
But don't know where to invest.
Okay. The school business, people look down on it. They don't know it's even more lucrative than the oil business everybody's jumping into. For instance, the last school we managed before we are starting out on our own in Asukuru, Abuja. The Cambridge A-level program.
Okay.
A child pays 3.2 million naira per term, 3 months. And we have over 5,000 students, both boarding and day, coming in. Multiply that figure, you're running into tens of billions of naira per term. Then you multiply that by 3, that is 1 academic year. You are running into hundreds of billions. But people don't know. Then secondly, it must be highly professional and technical people that handle the business to arrive at that. It's not about just renting a 3-bedroom flat and you start. It's not about that. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond what you see by the roadside. This is highly technical. So people that have money, they don't know where to invest it into. We are calling them to come on board. They will make more profit here than any other area you can think of. Okay. We call it the silent trade. Nobody notices you. They don't see you. People hardly notice that you are making money out of, because everybody looks down on the school business. That is why we are inviting even people, individuals who are into loans, that can come get properties for us to run such. We are welcoming them too. People that have their money, they want to buy the property, we run it for the profit to be made. We are inviting them too. In financial institutions, we are inviting all of them into.
So which other states have you had this project?
I have mentioned earlier Abuja. Nasarawa, Kano, Kaduna, we have done that. But in the west and east and the south side, Port Harcourt is the first that we are coming into.
Is the seminar free?
No, it is not. It is cost effective.
How effective?
It is 150,000, but for the first week, all those who are going to register, we give them a discount of 50,000 naira.
Are they registering as a school? Because when you invited teachers,
yes.
Are they coming as individual participants?
They are coming as individual participants.
So if a teacher wants to attend,
yes,
they have to pay. They should carry in mind the 150K.
Yes.
Right.
But if a school is bringing 1, 2, 3 people, there's a discount we give them, a very high discount rate.
Okay. So participation is 150,000.
Yes.
With a possible discount.
Yes.
Okay. When is it happening?
It's happening on the 20th of September.
Okay. Where's the venue?
It's at the Civic Center, Rumokoro Civic Center. I think she has.
Yes, Rumokoro flyover by UBA and FCMB near Safari Hotel, Ikwere Road.
Okay.
That's the venue.
That's where it's holding.
Yes.
Are there contact numbers for people to reach out?
Yes. Our contact number is 081 1999 3441. I'll call it again. 081 1999 3441.
All right. Who are the likely facilitators of this seminar?
The facilitators, Emmanuel Kwame Mensa, myself here, and my colleagues, Kweku Jan. Then we have Muyeni, she's a Kenyan. Then we have Kagigo, he's a South African.
Okay.
All this, and we have Nigerian facilitators to. Time will not permit us to be mentioning all those names.
The phone numbers again, we're out of time.
Okay, 081 1999 3441. 081 1999 3441.
All right, any last words before we go?
Yeah, we are inviting all to do their best to attend this seminar.
Okay.
It will be an eye-opening seminar that will help school owners grow their business into huge profiting.
All right. Thank you, sir and madam, for making the time to be here to share this information with us.
Thank you
so much.
All right, we'll go for another break and then the news update at the top of the hour. Good morning.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
NRI Herbal Supplements. NRI invites you to Health and Business Seminar presentation every Tuesday and Saturday by 11 a.m. at number 14 Honeymoon Plaza, Rumola Rumokuta Road, close to Rumola Junction. Our office opens Mondays to Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. For product collection and inquiry, call us on 0806 765 8388. Once again, 0806 765 8388. Visit our NRI Herbal Supplements office. Your good health is our priority. Once again, number 14 Honeymoon Plaza, Rumola Rumokuta Road by 9 a.m. every day.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenchima. The House of Representatives has queried the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) over the 59 billion naira Central Bank of Nigeria loan to electricity distribution companies for the execution of the National Mass Metering Program (NMMP). Chairman of the Joint Committee of the House investigating the disbursement and utilization of the loan, Uchenna Okonkwo, made this known in a statement. The committee also faulted Meristem Wealth Management Limited and Nessie SSL for approving a firm to receive 0.5% of annual collections from electricity distribution companies until 2030. Okonkwo said NMMP, approved by the federal government in 2020 to close the metering gap in Nigeria, has faltered in achieving its objective. The committee vowed to invoke relevant constitutional provisions against anyone found obstructing investigation. South African opposition leader Julius Malema has warned African governments against taking unchecked foreign loans, describing them as debt trap that risk mortgaging the continent's future. Malema, who was speaking at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Bar Association's annual general conference in Enugu, called for tighter domestic oversight of borrowing and urged Pan-African industrial cooperation. The president of South Africa's Economic Freedom Fighters said his party has introduced the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill in South Africa to checkmate loans from these institutions. The EFF leader also praised Nigeria's historic support for South Africa's anti-apartheid struggle and promised continued bond and closer economic ties between the two largest African economies. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) has urged air travelers to check which airport agency and stakeholders are responsible for any issues before reporting such problems. In an advisory graphic by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiangeli Ora, and posted on the authority's social media channels, FAN said knowing the agencies will speed up solutions and improve service. It further reminded the public that while the authority builds and maintains airport infrastructure and manages safety and security, airports operates through a team of agencies and private partners. On the foreign scene, the UK government is planning an overhaul of the asylum appeal system as it tries to cut the number of migrants staying in hotels while they await a ruling. Home Secretary Cooper said she was taking practical steps to end unacceptable delays, with a new body staffed by independent adjudicators to be established. The government has been under increasing pressure to reduce its reliance on asylum hotels, with demonstrations held across the UK on Saturday being the latest in a series of protests over the policy. In response, the Refugee Council told the BBC the best way of getting fewer appeals was getting decisions right first time. Ministers have pledged to end hotel use in this parliament, but 32,000 asylum seekers are still housed in them. And that's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Oh, what did they happen now? No bonus for all my life.
No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
Unleash the power of the airwaves with the ultimate radio experience. Tune in to Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Don't just listen, immerse yourself.
That is 100% true.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
All right, it's another super special time on radio where we'll be discussing our finances and wealth creation. Today we're diving into the revolutionary world of artificial intelligence and how it's changing how we do businesses. Joining us to discuss all these opportunities is a leading AI expert. Well, this man is an extraordinary gentleman. He is an e-trader, an online entrepreneur. He was trained at the London Business School. He also attended the London School of Business and Finance and the London Academy of Trading. He has certification in technical analysis from Cyprus. He has gathered over 15 years of experience in financial training and technical analysis. Is none other than Michael Akinwale. Michael, thanks for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you so much. Beautiful time to be here. And I can tell you, you're going to have a very beautiful time.
All right. Today we'll be looking at AI, the ultimate money game changer. Before we go into that, let's start by looking at how the global money game has changed over time. Let's start with that conversation, Michael.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. When we talk about the money game, we're simply talking about how money making has actually changed over the years. If you observe over the years that as the money game is changing, it's actually creating more wealth and it's also actually creating more wealthy people. For instance, right now in the world, we have someone that is worth over 300 billion. 10 years ago, there was somebody that is that rich. How the money game actually works is that, for instance, several years ago, if you're selling a product, all you can sell to are people in your local government or in your state. But today, you can sell to people outside your state. You can even sell to people outside your country. You can even sell to people outside your continent. That's how the money game is actually changing, and that is also creating more wealth.
Very interesting. So let's get to the main question now. Okay. How is AI the ultimate money game changer? Let's talk about that.
AI is actually the money game changer. The internet used to be the boss, some years ago, but today, AI is the boss. I'm actually motivated by a quote from the CEO of NVIDIA, and the CEO actually said AI is going to create more millionaires in the next 5 years than internet did in 20 years. Let me say that again. AI is going to create, and when I say AI, I'm talking about artificial intelligence. It's going to create more millionaires in the next 5 years than the internet did in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Now, for those of us who are not aware, this is how we were actually making noise at some point that people should get online. Today, we're also telling people, get into AI. Why are we saying that? Let me quickly run through some of the reasons why AI will actually create more millionaires. Number one is the fact that to use AI now, you don't need high expertise. There's a time you want to start a business, you want to start a concept, you need to go and learn coding, you need to go and learn web development, you need to go and learn a lot of tech skills. But today, you don't need any tech skill. AI is actually the tech. Anybody can talk to AI, and AI will actually create the concept and everything at very low cost. All right, and you can begin to generate income. So that's one of the reasons. Second reason is that there's a lot of adoption into AI now. Every company, whether you talk of the health sector, finance sector, education, agriculture, transportation, entertainment, everybody is adopting AI now. Why? Because AI makes everything easy. All right, and because of this high adoption, it means there's a lot of wealth to be created in the AI sector, and that's why in the next 5 years, more people are going to become millionaires. And I hope as you're listening to me, you are planning to join to become those millionaires.
Interesting. Yeah. Mind-blowing insights there. Yeah. Now, let's look at the specifics.
Okay.
You mentioned several areas that AI is being used.
Yes.
And I want to take the financial sector as a case study.
Okay.
Let's look at that. How can people use AI, to make it big in that sector?
Okay, I like the fact that you chose financial sector because everybody, likes finance. Everybody likes money. Money answers a lot of things. You understand? All right. So let me quickly break it down looking at the financial sector. And I'm going to take a very simple business, which a lot of people might know about or may not know about in the financial sector called financial trading.
Okay.
Which is the buying and selling of financial instruments in a bid to make a profit. When I say financial instruments, we're looking at things like currencies, commodities, indices that anybody can actually buy and sell online. and actually make some profit for themselves. So to understand how AI works in the financial sector, I'm going to be using an instrument like gold. When I say gold, I'm talking of the same gold that people wear as jewelry.
Okay.
Now, the same way you can buy your gold from years ago and sell it today as a profit, the same way you can actually buy electronic gold online in the financial market, and as the price of gold appreciates, you make a profit. So let me take this year as a case study. Early this year, the price of gold was around $2,750 per gram of gold. Today, which is about 7 months later, the price of gold is about $3,450 per gram of gold. If you do the difference, that's about $700 increase in the price of gold this year already. Now, for those of us in the trading or financial market, that's 7,000 point growth in the price of gold, which means if you bought gold January this year, 6 months ago, at $1 per price movement in the price of gold, you are looking at a profit of about $7,000. Now, imagine if somebody who has more money to trade, you bought it at $10 per price of gold, you're talking about the profit of $70,000 already from gold.
Wow.
And remember, as you are trading gold, you are trading other instruments, you are trading currencies, you are trading commodities like corn, you can trade cocoa, you can trade crude oil. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So imagine how that can actually help you to generate wealth. But let me now tell you where the major challenge is. I told you if you had bought gold January this year or earlier this year. The question is, how will you know earlier this year, when gold was around 2,000 plus, that by now gold will be 3,000 plus? Because only those who knew that the price of gold will appreciate that way would have bought that gold, and right now will be sitting on some very good profit. So the question is, how do you know? All right? Okay. And that's why for someone like me, when you were reading my profile, you saw that I went to London Academy of Trading.
Yeah.
I also went to Cyprus School of Technical Analysis. Why? That is where you learn to begin to know where the price of better gold or oil or all these instruments are going. But now, with AI, there's some AI tools now that you can talk to. Now, the same way you talk to ChatGPT and say, you know what, ChatGPT, write me a proposal, and it writes a proposal for you.
Okay.
The same way you can talk to some AI tools now and tell them, look at the price of gold right now. Where is the price of gold going in the next 3 months? And guess what? The AI tool is actually going to tell you. So all those education and training and all of that you need to go through to tell where the price of gold is going, they are deleted. Why? The AI can take care of all of that. All right? And that is actually how AI is actually going to help to make a lot of people millionaires in the next 5 years. And I'm going to beg you, plug in and join this AI revolution that's actually taking place right now.
Wow, this is sounding too good to be true. Now, if it were this easy, how come a lot of people are not doing it already?
Well, the same way you'll be surprised, Lekon. You won't believe some people are not using ChatGPT. Some people are not using DeepSeek. Some people are not using a lot of the AI tools that we're using today.
Okay.
I have an AI tool that can write you a song in less than a minute. A complete song is composed. A lot of people don't know about these AI tools. So the major challenge is that a lot of people don't know these AI tools. If you know the AI tool that can help you in this way, you can begin to actually make money using those tools. So that's the major reason. People don't know about these AI tools.
All right, so how can Nigerians who want to learn how to begin to use AI as a tool for generating wealth begin this journey?
Okay, it's actually very simple. All they need to know, what is the AI application that actually does this? Because not all AI application does it. For instance, what ChatGPT can do, sometimes DeepSeek cannot do it. So what is the particular AI tool that helps you analyze the market? Number one, you need to know that AI tool. The second thing is, how do you talk to these AI tools? Because AI has its own language.
Yeah.
If you talk to it in a certain way, you will not get the right result. So how do you talk to these AI tools? Those are two things you need. And that's why the Academy is here. We have a conference which we are calling the AI Millionaire Conference. We just started this series of conference now. Why? Because we add this knowledge that in the next 5 years, a lot of people are going to become millionaires. So join those millionaires. Raleigh Academy is actually organizing the AI Millionaire Conference to actually call a lot of people into that knowledge and education so that they can start their journey. So at this conference, we're going to be showing you what are the AI tools you need and how do you talk to these AI tools to actually help you to begin to make some good income for yourself in several areas in which AI can be used for business, whether it's in finance, whether it's in education, whether it's agriculture, transportation, entertainment, and much more. What are the AI tools you need for each sector, and how do you talk to these AI tools? We're going to be looking at it at this AI Millionaire Conference, and it's a conference I think Nigerians cannot afford to miss.
Okay, you're making it sound like it's a conference every Nigerian must attend. The problem now is, can Nigerians afford this conference in terms of the cost?
Well, actually, this conference is coming absolutely free for Nigerians.
Free?
Absolutely free. They pay nothing to attend this conference, and you see, you don't even need to have a laptop or one of these big gadgets. All you need is a smartphone to attend this event. All right? Because all AI tools work on smartphones.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then join the AI Millionaire Conference. It's also free of charge. I can tell you, you can join the millionaires in the next 5 years to celebrate.
Okay, interesting. Tell us the dates, the venue, and time of the conference, and how participants can register to attend.
The conference will take place for 2 days right here in the city of Port Harcourt. And the date this conference is going to be taking place is this week, Thursday 28th and Friday, 29th of August, 2025. Remember that again, this week, Thursday 28th and Friday, 29th of August, 2025. On these 2 days, the time will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So 3 hours of very, very life-changing time. And the venue of the event on those 2 days will be at the Rally Academy. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. Very popular place, I can tell you. You cannot miss it. It's very important that you register to be at this event so we know you are coming and we can prepare for you. And to register is simple. Send an SMS to your phone number, then your seat will be reserved to be at this event. So take your phone right now. Let me show you how to register. If you want to register to attend for the first day, which is Thursday, 28th of August, 2025, send an SMS to the word PH1. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number to this phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. And if you want to register to attend on the second day, which is Friday, the 29th of August, 2025, send an SMS to the word PH2. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number 2 to the same phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Thank you.
All right, what else would participants benefit at the AI Millionaires Conference?
Well, this conference is already power-packed. Anybody who attends, actually, potentially, if they key in, can become a millionaire in the next 5 years. But the truth of the matter is that there are several other things we have packaged. Number one is that every person at this event is going to be going home with what we call the AI Business Library. The AI Business Library. In this library, we've packaged videos and trainings on several AIs that are used in several business sectors and how you can begin to use them. Remember, education operates on the law of long and lasting impression. All right? So, we come for a 3-hour conference. And when you get home, you can continue to learn from that library. So, every participant of this event begin to register now so you can come and pick up your AI education library. Secondly is that this 2025, Rally Academy, they're still running their 125% bonus, which is equals to at least 125,000 naira, which participants actually put into their financial trading account for them to actually use AI to trade in the world of financial trading. All right? So be at this conference, come and pick up your library, pick up your bonus. I can tell you, we still have time to make 2025 a very great year.
All right, tell us again the dates, the venue, and the time of the AI Millionaire Conference and how participants can register to attend.
The conference date on Friday, 29th of August, 2025. Remember that again, this week, Thursday 28th and Friday, 29th of August, 2025. On these 2 days, the time will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So 3 hours of very, very life-changing time. And the venue of the event on those 2 days will be at the Rally Academy. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. Very popular place, I can tell you. You cannot miss it. It's very important that you register to be at this event so we know you are coming and we can prepare for you. And to register is simple. Send an SMS to your phone number, then your seat will be reserved to be at this event. So take your phone right now. Let me show you how to register. If you want to register to attend for the first day, which is Thursday, 28th of August, 2025, send an SMS to the word PH1. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number to this phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. And if you want to register to attend on the second day, which is Friday, the 29th of August, 2025, send an SMS to the word PH2. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number 2 to the same phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Michael Akinwale, for coming on the program today.
Thank you so much.
Well, don't forget, throughout history, revolutions have always created winners and losers. The question is, will you be a winner or a loser? Be a part of this conference and change your story forever.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.
All right, thank you all for staying with us. Let's continue our conversation. Let me introduce Dr. Paul Wala, Senior Lecturer, River State University, Port Harcourt. I hear his guy has been appointed. Doctor, how are you, sir? Welcome.
I'm good, Kelly. Good to be here this morning.
All right, good to see you, sir. Let me go back to Mr. Williams. He said they are making money.
God, you remember
I can't forget that one. Money is involved.
You know, he has told you that he's interested.
Money is involved.
You know, Kelly, it will be surprising to me that you are the only Nigerian that do not know what happens in environment. Those who call it environmental sanitation, and now we say Riwama. It is a place where somebody, in fact, I know of a party chairman sometimes, a state party chairman, who said when his party wins, that he will not be a commissioner. Just like Obua, that he would also want to go to Riwama. That is to tell you how important and lucrative is that place. But that's notwithstanding. Back to the case of Wanosike. I think, like I said, you know, when you are a growing child, and God has been so faithful to you, and you look back and you see the crowd of people following you, it's enough to scatter your head, you know. So that statement that one, he's reintroducing environmental sanitation in the state, that's what I mean. It's exuberance, because ordinarily he should have consulted, he should have sat down with the management team
of Riwama
to acquaint himself with the position and all that. But he was quick to make that statement.
But some of those management team, they are the staff of Riwama.
Yes.
So when he made that statement,
they were the ones that clapped. Now let me tell you something. We are saying the same thing. If a chairman who ordinarily should know that there is a subsisting judgment, you know, this is a state of emergency where we circumvent everything. Nothing is. Remember, we are not operating in decree in River State.
No.
So
we are not operating.
That's what it means, because the state constitution is suspended.
No, but the constitution is not suspended.
No, that's what is happening in state today. The constitution is suspended.
The constitution is not suspended because the president was lucid when he said the constitution in River State is not suspended.
What I'm saying is that the happenings today, the happenings in River State today suggest that constitution is suspended.
Very suspicious.
So when staffs of an agency will see a chairman who assumably should know that there is a subsisting law or subsisting judgment come to say so, and again knowing that is where their choppings,
that's the psychophancy,
comes from, they will applaud that chairman like they did. But I want to first suggest, and if allowed, advise Samuel Wanosike, PhD. Like, you know, I started by saying I congratulate him and I want him to do well. I want him to succeed. Let him please, like they say in our local parlance, be calming down.
Okay.
Let him calm down and know that the judgment of the Federal High Court subsists. And meanwhile, the Federal High Court did not say that environmental sanitation
should not hold.
Should not hold.
That's not what they said.
Yes. But that you
cannot
restrict have any right to restrict people. After all, it's cleanliness. Is it not for me to clean my environment? Do you have to restrict me to clean my? I clean my environment every day so that we don't take the laws into our hands and then come back to what I have said before, that we are in a state of emergency where everything works anyhow.
Comrade Izu.
Kelly, you know where we are coming from. First of all, I also want to join every well-wishers to congratulate Dr. Samuel Wonosike, a very good fellow. But I don't know. You know, there is one thing I noticed from what the last speaker have just said. I know that Nigerians have a way of believing that the system works and they could do some certain things without regards to where the position earlier was. Why did I say so? We who speak on behalf of the public sometime with this opportunity, we know how we castigated the president upon coming on the podium to give his inaugural speech, and he just used that word that caused the commotion in the country, that subsidy like this. Let me just use the local palace like he said, like this subsidy has gone. And some of us were just like, no, it is a good move, but you should have sat down with the different persons involved in that sector and see a way forward. Then you profile measures to mitigate, because there will be certain level of suffering that will introduce. But you should have a plan B. Now, that is the same thing I was also expecting from Dr. Samuel Wonosike. Very good. It's good to hit the ground, according to my younger brother, running. But before doing so, you should have a good tire. You should have a good tire. And I was expecting that before then, you call the drivers of that same agency before you assume to know if the vehicle, before you hit the ground running, has good tires. And if it doesn't, you quickly amend what is amendable, so that when you're running, you should do the same. And who arrived now, they tell welcome. I was expecting he make some certain inquiry. Before now, what is the position of Rewama? And I'm also expecting, if he's not aware, just like the last speaker said, I am expecting that, see, it's high time some persons should know that their job is not to take salary. If indeed Rewama has a legal advisor who may, before now, be in tune with the judgment and allow the current Solar Administrator also, Chairman Dr. Samuel Wonosike, to go on air to make such a pronouncement, and up till this moment he has not even called him in private to say somebody should be fired.
We may not know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, if you've called him in private, we may not know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If indeed, Kelly, I assumed office, and you know this is the position you have briefed me, and I refuse, it's a different thing. And if he has also briefed him, definitely you begin to see retracting statements.
They may not retract, but the day will come. You start hearing things like the sanitation has been suspended. In fact, for this month, it's unlikely it's going to happen, because the last Saturday is the day for their you people's election. And let me say it as it is. You people's election.
When you reverse state election,
don't kid me.
Which people?
Don't kid me.
No, Kelly, no, please. Don't speak like a Democrat.
When I say you people's election,
like a Democrat.
Are you people feeling guilty? Are you people feeling guilty? Are you people feeling guilty? I say you people's election. Those that are enthused, those that are excited about the election, those that are excited about the election. Why are you people? The way you're reacting, is suggesting. No, I did you people's election.
No, let me tell
you people's election.
All the parties are there. APC.
Did I call anybody's name? Did I call anybody's name?
All the posters are there. All the parties are contesting.
Did I call anybody's name?
This is the best election that will be taken place.
Why is the best election?
I don't understand.
If Jimenez say that this is the best
election, no, it's the best election.
We have not seen it yet.
If it was when we were talking, to be the best. If it was when you were talking, campaigning, you people's election, I wouldn't come in.
take a breath.
I'm really perplexed by your reactions.
Okay, let me just take a breath. Take a breath.
Okay.
Your colleague is like you. Calm down.
People are Kelly, please let me put you in a proper perspective. Okay. People are campaigning as I speak now. Even the PDP and APC are not even other parties in it and all the rest. They are campaigning.
It still doesn't. It doesn't change.
No, we don't want you to let it not change anything.
At least for this one,
we know that
for this one, I stand by my position.
Before the triumphant entry of Christ,
and it's not. No. Let's talk about Rivers State. You called an election in less than 1 month.
Kelly, you are looking
What?
for
In
this.
less than what?
When the law says 90 days,
Reset made a pronouncement.
Which reset?
That they are not giving a new date. They are taking up.
Okay, so in the 4 months, in the 4 months,
Kelly, you're talking like an interested party.
Ibas announced the dissolution of the board. That Ibas announced the dissolution of the board. No, wait now.
There was an earlier date.
When they announced September, when they announced September,
the man is doing the right thing.
Ibas was where he was enjoying himself.
No,
Monday,
it wasn't about it. It was about who?
Which institution?
Even if Mahmoud leaves now, INEC has taken a position. That's just it.
This your bread should be used for this.
You know,
are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing?
Okay, that's why they're defending it like this. Okay, that's why you're defending like I see why you're so defending it. Oh, it's clear. I see why you're defending it.
Okay, it's not about you people say election.
You people should not don't hijack the show because now you're pushing me into other corners. In fact, you want to make me talk now. You people are PDP men, happy. How many candidates are people fielding in the election?
People are participating.
PDP in the 23 local government area. How many candidates are people fielding? As chairman and from a secretary local government area.
Is a secretary not in the ballot?
No. As PDP members. You are PDP members. Why this is shocking me?
Because you're not doing the right thing. You're not doing the right thing.
You see, even
they're not happy with you. They grab.
The system just shut me.
Thank you very much. It's telling you. You see,
my question is
before the triumphant entry, even Christ said that they will criticize you. Are we doing the right thing?
Let me ask you. Let me ask a simple question.
This is the best election.
Chimene, you started in your introduction. You started by saying that you're a PDP member. You started by saying that.
No, don't go to. Please don't.
Despite him being a PDP member, doesn't that mean he's a PDP member? No. I beg. In the election we are conducting in Rivers State, you people's election. You people's election.
Don't say you people.
In the election you people are conducting in Rivers State. How many local government areas are PDP candidates for chairmanship?
Are we supposed to take all the places?
No, you are not contesting for all.
The question I'm asking you: are we supposed to?
As PDP, you're not contesting in all the local government areas.
Please allow
as
me
chairman.
to leak the microphone. Allow me to leak it.
Are you
now?
PDP. Are you contesting in all the local government areas as chairman? PDP.
People went for their primaries and they won in various.
No. The question is straightforward now.
It's straightforward.
As PDP.
We have 23 local governments.
Yes.
How many local government is
PDP contesting
candidate
as chairman?
As chairman.
Yes.
As chairman.
How many?
Not as governor.
The 23 local government.
It's three. What is three?
Who is the PDP candidate in Emoho local government?
I may not know him.
I don't know from them.
I heard West.
I may not know him.
Oh, you don't know him? Well, are you a PDP member?
No, it doesn't matter. So we should know everybody.
In the Ikone local government area. Obiakwa, who is the candidate?
I know the candidate.
He said what?
Obiakwa, who is the candidate?
You know that one.
No, he's thinking of it.
Who is the candidate in Obiakwa?
Is he an APC member?
You are not in APC.
No. You are not in APC. We are not in APC.
We
only give solidarity for good governance.
Let there be peace. Let there be peace.
No. Let there be peace. I can see that you are very, very.
Let there be peace. Let there be peace.
You are taking a card for Senate.
Let there be peace.
This is the first time we are.
Can we have peace?
Parties are allowed to take.
Do you want
I don't know.
Chimene,
he's suing for peace.
Can we have peace?
APC is taking
Can
over.
we have peace?
Do you want
Okay, APC is taking over.
APC is taking. Yes, they are doing well.
PDP man.
What is
a PDP man?
What is
the only place APC is not doing well in Rivers State is Obiakpo, Faga, and Onega.
They did.
APC is not.
That is the confusion. That is why we have to. Parties must allow democracy. You must allow democracy to strive.
You know, when I heard the rumors,
Do you know one thing?
when I heard the rumors, I thought it was a joke.
Thank you very much.
Is it my fault?
So
I thought it was a joke when I heard the news. It was rumor. I think PDP no get candidate.
People went there. People felt they should take their
and eventually came out confirmed.
Kelly,
only 3.
Kelly, I have every right to join 3. I have every right to join the
Let's continue. Let's continue. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Can we have peace? Can there be peace?
You see why I say you're not a politician?
Can there be peace?
If there is a platform for me to win an election, I have to, if APC will give me the platform, why not go there?
I'm sorry. So that this thing will not shock me again.
This is the best form of local government election that I've ever seen.
Fantastic.
After here, I'm going to celebrate.
Fantastic. You propose election. Fantastic. So let me allow you conclude on the monthly environmental sanitation.
But that's not correct.
Okay, you are done. Okay, you are done. Okay, Dr. Wala.
Kelly, may I know what?
You should congratulate the people of.
So, did you hear that monthly environmental sanitation is to commence again last Saturday of every month?
I heard about it, and then
despite a court order,
I was also wondering, though not surprised because of the nature and character of the person appointed as the chairman, who believe in trying to showcase capacity by words, and then without making certain considerations. So when I heard it, I was not actually surprised, because I was thinking that in some, especially when it has to do with agencies, appointment of agencies, they are supposed to be specialized. You get people who are well qualified, and then knowing the importance of environmental when it comes to Niger Delta, when it comes to River State, when it comes to Port Harcourt, we should have, if we want to get it right. But unfortunately, everything is political, whether the person is qualified or not. So what then do you expect? Somebody you have been given an appointment, you have not been able to at least sit down, look at the challenges before that particular agencies, have a discussion with your staff, know the way forward. The first thing to be issued on public is environmental sanitation right returns. But to me, environmental sanitation has always been there. We have always been having sanitation. But if it is in terms of that compulsory 1 month limiting people's movement,
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours limiting people's movement. Yes, within that. Then when we have freedom of movement, it's quite surprising. Maybe that will be his own selling point.
No, you're not aware. The contention here, even for me, when I heard it on Saturday, I'm like, is he unaware that there is a court judgment effectively barring the River State government from using the guise of sanitation to restrict people from moving?
Is what I'm still saying. If somebody is, I don't know, let it not look as if I'm attacking his person. He has made an error. He has committed an error, and which ordinary should think about how to correct that particular error. That's all.
Okay, Mr. Ndukwe.
Kelly, I want to believe. In fact, I know that Dr. Wanasike will not just go to Rewama and start without asking people. So he knows that there's a subsisting order of court against that sanitation, where people were just done like maybe when oftentimes children who are not educated will tell you early men, that early men time. You will see they will conscript everybody. You stay for 3 good hours. Even some students that are going for examination on that particular day, for reasons not theirs, they will even be arresting such children and all that, carrying them here and there. You see, I want to believe that Dr. Wanosike knows about that subsisting order. So if he says he's going to come up, well, maybe let us wait. Maybe the thing has gone to higher courts and they said, no, cancel that first court. I also believe He has worked. He has been a chairman for many years. And so he knows how administration is run. And I'm not sure he's going to give less of it in Rewama. So first of all, congratulations to him for becoming Rewama's chairman. However, I don't know why politicians seem to be the same, all of them. You know, I always say they are the same.
Not all.
All of a sudden, not all.
Kelly, please listen to me.
Even within the religious.
You see, Kelly, what before as Seba started, we heard this. Even if you like, call it rumor then.
Yes, so
one of Sike
had been appointed.
It was a propaganda.
They rushed to deny it.
Whether propaganda or what? Kelly, have you now seen what I always tell you that propaganda is part of Nigerian politics?
From the people in Mississippi.
Now,
we know them.
They said it was denied at that time and it died. I said before.
Maybe that give birth to it.
Before that thing started, people were talking about it. It must be very strong somewhere. And look at Dr. Wanosika. In that same position.
So God.
All I know is that he should know that if he works well, the credit will go to his name, not Emmanuel Ndukwe. Simple.
So I like to. There are other areas that I want us to look at. First is, let's assume that he was not aware. But to announce monthly sanitation with restriction, compulsory restriction of vehicular and human movement, is that the solution to keeping our state clean in 2025? Like today, our dear state, Lagos, they are recycling waste and making money out of it. So if we had people in position that had thought about it, because this would not have come to Wanosika as a surprise. If people in positions, like, take a moment to think, what do I want to do different? If it's really about service. I've been local government boss for how many years? Close to 20 years. Close to 20 years now.
No, not okay.
First 3 years of Years of Weekend, okay, not 20 years.
No, not okay. Just within 18
years.
But close to Years of Weekend. 3 years now, they made him CTC chairman. He was the first set of CTC chairman appointed by Years of Weekend. He was reappointed.
Yeah.
Then they had local government election.
I understand.
He won.
I think he said about 7 to 8 years or so.
7
to 8 years.
Yes.
But
you have to add more 10.
No, practically. So let me even add it. Now let me add this another 10 years. But the point, I think we'll get the point.
Yeah.
He's been in that position. Before that position, he was PDP spokesperson.
Yeah.
So you've been around the system.
Yeah.
You know the challenges.
Very lucky child.
When Yeso Wike 2 was lamenting that his administration failed in terms of the environment, you were in government. So for you to return, let's assume that you're unaware that there is a court ruling, and the solution to keeping our states clean is a 1 day, 3 hour shutdown. I don't understand. Is that the solution?
Kelly, let me say something there. You see, in fairness to Samuel Wanosike, PhD, is it the PhD that's making people laugh? That is his qualification.
It is the attitude.
You see, now the point is, that's not the only thing he said. I know he has been around for some time. He knows how River State is. You know, he says something also. I'm not holding brief for him, but at least let's say it the way it is. In that broadcast, do I call it broadcast now? He made. He also said that people should stop dumping.
Yeah,
the
I
media.
wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Bag your waste
within that period.
Bag your waste and
drop it.
Funny thing, successive sole administrators of Riwama have said the same thing, and nothing happened. Even as powerful as Obua, Felix Obua was, we thought it was going to work. It didn't work. Again, you see, the issue of receptacle is another. You don't just tell people, don't dump refuse
on the media.
On the media. Where? So my suggestion.
No, he said something. Bag your waste and put it in front of your house.
No,
if you don't put it in front of your house, we'll not come and carry it. When I heard up, I was like, where this one they happen?
You know that will not work. So what I would suggest, I remember those days I was in Uniport.
years back, 1993, 94, you know, there was this something that looks like that thing is still in Cross River, Calabar. It was like a
big
caterpillar,
a big beam.
You know,
Yes, big
they drop it
metal in
a strategic
yellow.
location.
Yellow, yes.
That I think was being managed by
something like that. Yes.
You don't see this thing later. This media thing.
Just
So my advice to one of CK is, if you want to do it right, like Ma said, if it is good, they will say one of CK did well. They won't come and say Jesse Williams did well. I know that thing used to be at Rumokuta roundabout when they used to have MTN office. If you're going from Rumokuta to Wimpy, on the left, now we have this kind of.
You only have before the burial ground.
Yes.
Rumokuta.
Exactly.
SDA.
Strategic position.
Yes.
So provide those things so that people will not trek miles. At least 3, 4, 5 posts.
You can dump it.
You can go there and it's not just enough saying don't drop things on the media or bag your things and keep in front of you. It's not going to work.
I'm sorry.
Please,
you started by saying that
there's a point I wanted to also add to this. Another challenging issue. See these scavengers.
That's what I wanted to say.
Scavengers.
Even when you bag it, scavengers will scatter it and you know. So, but I know. In fairness, I trust one of CK
to handle that.
If he wants to work.
Yeah.
Please, one of CK, if you are hearing us, try. Stop scavengers.
Those guys
because there is nothing you will do. Even if people stop putting things on the media, anywhere you keep it, they will go there
and destroy.
Make it in such a way that this thing will say you should provide. I'm trying to remember the name of that thing. Drop that thing as strategic point so that anybody can go in there. So even if scavengers want to go in there, that is already built. They cannot bring it outside. So that it will be easy to evacuate. Those are things. But if you are saying people should bag, like on my estate, for instance. People, but I don't do that. I still, as I speak here, I throw my waste, the waste generated by my family. I put it in the car. Go to the dump site, drop it myself. But there are some persons living in my estate. These truck pushers,
car pushers,
come on a certain day. You know, they pick it. The question is that where are they taking it to? They still take it to the media and pour.
Yes.
That's where they pour it. So, one of the please, you and your team, try and provide public enlightenment. Enlighten the public properly. It's not just early morning. Let me tell you what some of them do because they want to make money. As early as 5 a.m., they drive in their buses looking for people that will come and drop something on the media. So they will not arrest and say pay money. Has that solved the problem? So provide those things, put them at strategic position so that people can go there, bag their waste, go there and drop it.
So it's pretty clear. No thought process went into
the whole thing
before the statement was made.
No. I think all that nothing was done. They just had to make a.
Perhaps the support shut us down for 3 hours so that we can keep our state clean.
Well, Kelly, I think it's maybe management that does not understand what management itself means. That will be shutting down 3 hours, and year after year, no progress is made along that line. You'll be shutting people down. I will suggest that they don't do that. See. On Thursdays, they lock up stores all around Port Harcourt for the same 3 hours. I have not even seen, except in the markets, all these ones, home stores, I have not seen the cleanliness. But in the market, yes, because it's something that people go and sell en bloc. They will come out and then maybe clear the market. You see, if they are going that way, what Jesse is talking about is I think what they were using Sulo van.
Sulo, that is the name. Yes, that is the name.
So if they should bring it back, or they build structures like who was it, Amechi or who did, or was it Amechi or whoever it was as governor. Now, as they come in that place, they pour it into that particular structure so that the vans will come there and scoop them. But you are telling people not to put anything on the median, and you've not provided alternative. I just don't understand. Where will they be? And then now people are told your houses will now assume the role of that median. That's what it means, because in front, you will know that some of the vans will not come, picking vans will not come. And so you came out with one bag today, you drop it in front of your house. So if you want to go, you take it back. The next day you brought another bag. If you want to go, you take, because some vans will not come even for 1 week or 3 days. So the front of houses, won't it become where the problem is? Mosquitoes and all that will form in the houses. So for me, I think Dr. Wanosike should hold a strong meeting. I want to believe they've held such meeting, because he can just, there's no way he will come out and start issuing instructions, stating even to the point of what an order has been given by a competent court that is coming back, without asking people. I want to believe that Rewama has a legal advisor. Sure. Let them advise him legally. It's not politics you hear. We are not talking about politics.
They don't have. Chimenem is there. Chimenem is in their group.
Oh.
Let them is
let me go to comrades. Do we need monthly sanitation to keep our state clean?
Kelly, you see one thing there, the Nigerian man ordinarily is likened to be an animal that sometimes is difficult to control. And you've seen a situation whereby even a normal law that people should obey, you hear in the local palace people say, now military force people they like, fire brigade now they like. Now on what we are discussing yesterday, there is this known social media freelancer, Allwell. He put out a post. He was like, what is wrong with us? Few hours after the Rewama boss made that pronouncement, he saw that some axes in town and on the Aba Road were cleaned up. He saw the works going on, cleaning up those deaths dropped on the median. But after a while, he saw people coming back to make it look like it has never been worked on. What is wrong? He asked a question, what is wrong? Is it government policy or people? If they do this, tomorrow people will say government have not done this. And if they set up a task force, people will complain. You know, certain policies of government, I am very much aware, it might have its own difficulties when it comes to being implemented. But I'm very much certain, if certain attachment to those policies to be implemented are not attached, trust the Nigerian man. Trust the Nigerian man. Like we have spoken, we know our peculiar issues. If you set up a task force to threaten the populace, not dropping refuse on the media the way people are doing, maybe just to keep them at bay, those who you are also setting up maybe to scare them will take advantage of it. I remember vividly during the COVID-19, we were just discussing, during the COVID-19, the governor then, Nyesom Wike, made a pronouncement on the other judge. They went and arrested some persons on the Ikwere Road by Ajib. And to their amazement, people like Higher King then were standing for them. They were tried. Even when the Commissioner for Information, time without number, said it was not on the Ikwere Road, it was on the other judge stretch. People who were picked at, I don't know if you get me. It is, I don't know, we have this problem as humans. Certain things that you know ordinarily, Kelly, is not obtainable even within your vicinity. When you come out because it's not your area, you want to do it. And you expect somebody to take it. We've seen situations like this task force on street trading and all the rest. It's just like you were ranting when I was coming on, what's it called? I always call them VARO. VIO. I always call them.
The new invention.
That illegal thing that is going to be put on the road.
That's what I see. You see one thing there? Illegality has become part of us for a long time now. when you introduce something that is much more authentic, better for the society, you are now being seen as somebody who is not doing the wrong thing.
Okay. Kale, please, just a minute. Please don't be angry. 2018, I was going to court in the morning, dressed, robed as a lawyer. I came out, drove to Wimpy. From Wimpy, I'm talking about a few minutes to 8 in the morning. I was driving behind a bus. As early as 8 o'clock, somebody was eating banana and throwing the peas. Yeah. He or she threw the first one around Market Johnson. There. That Anglican church. Yeah. By the time we got to, before you climb that flyover, he or she drew another one. I didn't overtake that vehicle. I was driving behind that vehicle. Before sanitation, when you come down from that's after sanitation, he or she drew another one. Go to USC roundabout. Yes. I double crossed the vehicle. I was robbed as a lawyer going to court. I said, driver,
calm down.
You're under arrest. Only me in the vehicle. He said, what? I said, who? I know the side that person was coming out from. I said, who is that person eating banana?
And was throwing the pills out.
Unfortunately, the driver didn't know.
Yes.
So when they saw all the people in the vehicle, the way they saw, I know that this person is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Do you know the man, not knowing that one of the occupants of the vehicle has been cautioning the woman? This is your unit.
Okay.
The man was quick. I said, otherwise this vehicle is not moving here. I picked my phone to call the DP of
my three police.
That's when the man, barrister, now this woman. I say, fine, madam, come down. I say, you need to see me that day. I say, madam, come down. Because, it's
like we don't know the right thing.
They were surprised. The lawyer, the woman came. I say, see now, let me tell you something. Now. I don't want you to go to prison. But if you want to go, I'll help you. You will walk down.
You can't pick it.
And I'm serious about this. I said, I will drive behind you. You will not enter my car. I will drive behind you. If you forgot the place you threw that banana peel, I will remind you. I made sure I said 3 places. One here. She was shocked. And if you see a white dress, she was going to work. I reversed at that roundabout. She followed me. I saw ya. Start trekking. I was driving. Following. When we got to before sanitation, and as God would have it, the pills, you know what? She was throwing it on the media.
Yeah. No, but you know,
she picked it. I said, one is many things. Continue. We drove. I said I left court that day. By the time we got to under flyover, something told me where you have tried.
And she has shown
remorse. I called. I said, madam, come. Did you like what you did this morning? She said, sorry, barrister. I said, see, this is how Port Harcourt is getting there. Don't do it again.
Don't garbage it.
I turned. I said, pay transport, go to where you're
going.
And I got to court that day around after 10. But I was fulfilled that I have done my part as a Nigerian. Yes. Because some of these things will just hit over. You know, concern me, I beg. Yes. You know, and to the level that my children, even if I'm in a vehicle with them, whatever they eat, you keep it in the car.
Yes. But we know this. We know these things we're talking about. When I asked the question, if what was said was thought through, the last few times I've been in Lagos, if you attempt to throw something out, they know that somebody will come and arrest you.
Calabar too.
I think there was once I was in Calabar.
Yeah, you don't do that.
It has been in Calabar.
But they have a garbage point.
They say somebody will come and arrest you.
They have garbage points.
People ordinarily do not want to do the right thing.
That's what I'm saying.
We want to do anyhow.
Yes. But if they travel to US,
but the fact of the matter still remains that if those in government are not smarter than us,
it will continue.
They will never get it right.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the reason why the new chairman, the Honorable Dr. Wanosike, should have done more of sensitization. First of all, even if it matters working with, if we have a state orientation commission, so that this enlightenment, a kind of warning continuously. I tell people, at times what we do here is that we try to set a trap, knowing that people will fall.
That's what
and that is a wrong. Rather than working to stop, we want people to fall.
So we're actually not interested in addressing
the issue. So
and if you take 1 or 2 persons to prison, and you tell people that
Mr. B are in prison because of this.
That's the fire brigade.
Even this issue now we are talking about. How about this street marketing, especially on the major roads?
Market of VAT.
That one have almost come to
market of
where roads have been blocked. Then you look at strategic areas that has to do with like this canal. When you're passing, market is over there and they are dumping.
They are dumping.
They are paying people in the community.
That's what I'm saying. So government can take action.
They are paying some aggregate voice.
Tax them.
The community.
Are they not paying loud?
Government can take action. And the council headquarters is very close to that point. Go there whenever it rains.
No, but like you said, we don't have an intention to solve a problem. What we're looking for is a means for survival.
Yeah.
Let us do gra. Let's shake the people. Because if you want to solve the problem, what Mr. Williams said, the first thing would have been, how many strategic points do we have? How many receptacles can we provide?
Yes.
Because there are times when I carry trash and I'm looking for where to dispose of it. You won't see. You won't see. I carry it till I get to my house.
Exactly. Sometimes I forget it in the
You will not see. But if you had those receptacles and strategic locations, once you get to that point, you clear, you drop it, you go. Another thing can happen in the same state. Those same receptacles, they will tell you that cars that are parked there will be arrested. Because as you clear to throw your waste there, somebody will come out and say you're not supposed to park here.
My position I was coming from, I was laying the foundation towards that, which is a problem we must. And it was so. I'm even surprised, Barrister, that you had to do that exercise and you were given a tap as an encouragement.
He couldn't have done
that. We'll continue after the news.
Please, I will not say anything. They have dominated here.
No, everybody will have a chance now. You've not been silent. You know you have not been silent. You will respond.
Why does he get is a chairman of that board? Not even the managing director that will do this work. He's a chairman.
Yes.
But we know how the system can be. Political. Because once you get in the positions, you don't want to be that advisory organ.
They want to even do the work.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South Sound, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. The House of Representatives has queried the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) over the 59 billion naira Central Bank of Nigeria loan to electricity distribution companies for the execution of the National Mass Metering Program (NMMP). Chairman of the House Committee of the House investigating the disbursement and utilization of the loan, Uchenna Okonkwo, made this known in a statement. The committee also faulted Meristem Wealth Management Limited and Nessie SSL for approving a firm to receive 0.5% of annual collections from electricity distribution companies until 2030. Okonkwo said NMMP, approved by the federal government in 2020 to close the metering gap in Nigeria, has faltered in achieving its objective. The committee vowed to invoke relevant constitutional provisions against anyone found obstructing investigation. South African opposition leader Julius Malema has warned African governments against taking unchecked foreign loans, describing them as a debt trap that risk mortgaging the continent's future. Malema, who was speaking at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Bar Association's annual General Conference in Enugu, called for tighter domestic oversight of borrowing and urged Pan-African industrial cooperation. The president of South Africa's Economic Freedom Fighters said his party has introduced the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill in South Africa to checkmate loans from these institutions. The EFF leader also praised Nigeria's historic support for South Africa's anti-apartheid struggle and proposed continued bond and closer economic ties between the two largest African countries. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria FAN has urged air travelers to check which airport agency and stakeholders are responsible for any issues before reporting such problems. In an advisory graphic by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obangele Ora, and posted on the authority's social media channels, FAN said knowing the agencies will speed up solutions and improve service. It further reminded the public that while the authority builds and maintains airport infrastructure and manages safety and security, airports operate through a team of agencies and private partners. On the foreign scene, the UK government is planning an overhaul of the asylum appeal system as it tries to cut the number of migrants staying in hotels while they await a ruling. Home Secretary Cooper said she was taking practical steps to end unacceptable delays with a new body staffed by independent adjudicators to be established. The government has been under increasing pressure to reduce its reliance on asylum hotels, with demonstrations held across the UK on Saturday being the latest in a series of protests over the policy. In response, the Refugee Council told BBC the best way of getting fewer appeals is getting decisions right first time. Ministers have pledged to end hotel use in this parliament, but 32,000 asylum seekers are still housed in them. That's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Oh, what did they happen now? No bonus for all my line. No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
International Education Fair 2025. Unlock global opportunities at the International Education Fair. Proudly brought to you by Oak Dexter Education Consult. Meet top universities from Canada, USA, UK, Ireland, France, Australia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Grenada. Enjoy free on-the-spot assessments and explore flexible, innovative payment plans directly from the universities. Come with your academic credentials. Attendance is absolutely free. Happening live on Saturday, September 6, 2025 at Hotel Presidential, Aba Road, Port Harcourt at 10 a.m. Contact 0808-385-3058, 0809-655-6600, 0901-992-9543. That is 0808-385-3058, 0809-655-6600, 0901-992-9543, or marketing at oakdexterconsults.com. Don't miss it. Your future starts here.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelts.
We are not just a station, we are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
All right, thank you all for staying with us. Let's switch gear. Let me go to Dr. Wala. I know you said a few things about it already, but is this the best we can do?
Well, yes. If just like as others have also stated, what we need, you see, the environment or environmental issues in Rivers State is a very serious issue, very, very. And it also has its own economy, what I may call environmental economy. Yeah. Yes, beyond the issue of enforcement, it can generate money if we decide to do the right thing. Now that we have a new person that has been appointed, or what he need to do, because I'm very much sure that he knows the environment of Port Harcourt. He has seen the challenges. It's now the method that need to, or the strategies he wants to employ, is what will make it his own administration to look different or not, or to even make a meaningful impact. So let him just calm down, restudy the environmental situations in Port Harcourt, and then have the mindset of addressing it. That is where the key issue lies, is the mindset of, in the process of addressing it, every other thing will come, including maintenance. You see the issue of, we are talking about maybe dumping of garbages. What about the drainage system? If that monthly sanitation he is talking about, he can change it into cleaning of the drainages and the canals every month. It will be better. It will be more preferable. And then, if
would they stop their boys that go to collect taxes from market people?
From market people,
the people that sell on the roads.
You see, if you can arrest people because they dumped something illegal, why not arrest also your boys who collects money, because they are the one that is
they are the ones enabling.
Yes, enabling
the street
them.
Trading
Yes. So by the time you discipline them first, then they will learn how to discipline the others.
Do you see them as a set with a will to do such a thing?
That's where the problem lies. I cannot tell now until the driver of the new chairman, who is now the driver of Rewama, decides so. I cannot say so, because if he decides that this is what he wants, his boys cannot be greater than him. In fact, he should start it with his boys, the kind of people he recruits and what they actually want to achieve. Because even those people you are saying that goes to market and collect, they have where they make returns. I don't think it ends with them. Yes. So if there is no place they are making returns, somebody who is assigning them, they won't go. They won't. So the problem we have in River State, environment is a serious issue. Very, very serious. I cannot imagine myself. If you are walking towards that Cherubim Road from UST roundabout, you are moving towards that GRO. You see that there's a very drainage that looks like a canal. I don't know whether it was other people that place was constructed. I was surprised one of the day that rain fell down. My brother, everywhere flooded.
That's the one that linked through Amici Drive to now.
And they have a link down to the
Creek.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a link. So why not open those places up? Why not? Then carry on. Sensitization is very, very important, because even if we will know, you talk and talk, you still see people, but combine both. Let something differently be done. If you can get it right there, it will even then they will make money.
Do we think of anything as being scientific in River State? Is there anything that we've thought in a scientific way to say, how do we address this problem?
See, Kelly, scientific, yes, you will know. But let us even start from the small one we know. The major problem of environmental issues in River State is that government comes, government go with plenty talks. You know, there is something we have a sanitation court. We have sanitation court with a magistrate in charge. You see, what Nigeria fear is when you hear, we are four here or more in this studio. If we hear tomorrow that Izu, as big and as connected as he may be, that Izu threw something
and was arrested.
No, but
that's what
I was arrested and prosecuted. And people hear that the Almighty Izu, the voice of the Engede, is in prison for doing the wrong, dumping something on
indiscriminate waste.
I can assure you that others will learn. But you see that as connected as Izu may be today, even if Izu go to the media and drop something, and those boys come, you know the person Izu would do.
You call.
He will call. Maybe he knows Samuel Wanasike. Your boys, and that one now, the boss will not, don't even know him. Come on, so what have we ended up doing? And again, let me tell you another problem that I see coming up. Over time, you know, when Felix Obua was in charge of Rewama, he was everything in Rewama. He was chairman, he was MD, he was Let me tell you, we're even talking about how people will react. The main problem will start with the board. Because this board now,
and the MD.
I am telling you, this board now is well constituted.
Yeah.
A chairman is mostly
supervisory.
Now most of us don't even know who is the managing director.
His name is Ibimina.
We are talking of
Ibimina something.
You know, we're talking of chairman, as if the chairman is the administrator of the place.
But the chairman actually runs the place. See, the MD is supposed to run the place.
That's what we're saying now. Yes. Now, have you heard the MD said anything?
He has not.
He's the chairman. So, as far as most uninformed people are concerned today, in River State, Samuel Wanasike is in charge of Rewama. That is the problem number one, because it will get to a point when the managing director will want to do his work as a managing director, and Samuel Wanasike will say no.
I'm sorry, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
What you have said there is so apt. It's so apt and so proper, right? But you see, in this context, All one Sike needs to tell him is, you know where they come from, I think. He won't remove him. No, but it's simple now.
And they will not challenge him.
And these appointments are more political.
When our brother years a weekend, let me tell you, was the Minister of State for Education. The substantive minister, one woman, Professor Rufai or whatever. There was an issue. You know what years a weekend told the substantive, his boss? Say, how many votes did you bring to Jonathan? My friend, don't talk when I'm talking. I'm in charge. How many votes did you bring? So, Kelly, just to address what you're saying. But what, I won't be surprised if one of Singapore will say, come on, do you know how your name got to this list?
I respectfully dare that MD to challenge one of
No, the only thing there is for both of them to work together and then
they will rather go to him and want to
get directives.
Yes.
I said I dare him. I'm daring him on live radio. I dare you, sir. That one of that the daily operations of Rewama is my responsibility. Your job is more of a supervisory role. Oga, calm down. Now we they run this place. I dare you.
You will hear the problem number one we will have in
this River State problem. With the wave of appointments as we're having them like this from one side. If I say the appointment, they'll say Kelly have come again. From one side.
According to my brother, you hear the order.
But I also have another part to this, which there are many parts to this. Did anybody hear that Iba submitted these appointees that he swore in on Friday to the National Assembly for confirmation, for screening and confirmation?
I didn't hear that.
Do they have to be screened?
Oh yes.
It's appointment.
Oh yes. These are board appointments. These are board appointments. The same thing happened with RESEC, the Civil Service Commission Board. All of those board appointments, they were screened and confirmed by the National Assembly. They were screened and confirmed in the National Assembly before IBAS confirmed them.
Yes, for those ones, yes.
Yes, for those ones.
These appointments too are supposed to, when Sim appointed Urukwem as MD of I think either MD or chairman of Rewama.
Okay, yes.
Those appointments went through the House of Assembly.
That's correct.
They were screened and confirmed by the, what's his name again? The Okojumbo House of Assembly. It was after that action that Sim now swore them in.
That's correct.
So in this case, I did not hear.
No, you will not hear. You know why?
Is this a new pattern?
You know why you will not hear, Kelly? You people, before I raised one issue that
law is suspended.
We are in a state of emergency, where even the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria could order that the judgment of Supreme Court
be suspended,
and that money should be released. So if that can happen, don't forget that even the budget of River State was not submitted to National Assembly by EBAS. EBAS sent it to the president. President was the one who submitted it. They say if the head is rotten,
it will trickle down.
The body is rotten. So we circumvent virtually everything known to law in River State today, because it's a state of emergency.
Okay. So you did not hear, Comrade Isu?
We all honestly we didn't hear.
You did not hear too? Dr. Wala, you did not hear?
No, I didn't hear.
And they've been sworn in. They will receive allocation.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. Let's leave River State. We'll spend some time in River State, and I think it's necessary for us to look at these issues. There's even the other part which I'm thinking about. Essential workers should notify
5 days.
5 days before the sanitation.
Kelly.
I'm trying to understand it. Essential workers should notify.
That has been overtaken by events.
But no,
when we say
overtaken by events, we're assuming that one, he will take our advice. 2, they will go through and see that court case is there, revisited, and they will caution themselves and retract. These are the assumptions we're making.
That's why I say it's been overtaken by, because I know you, unfortunately, in our part of the world, it's a thing of pride for somebody who has made statement before to come to say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand what I said. This is not how it is. But you see them, other than say it, by their action, you see, that's why I say it's been overtaken by event. How can a judgment of a court, a substitute judgment, say you don't have any right to restrict anybody? And in fact, assuming without even considering that there was no judgment like that. Essential workers are which people? People that works in hospital. then you expect a doctor who perhaps will be called in the night or the eve of a sanitation. Say, look, there's an emergency in the hospital. Come to save life. Then that doctor will not go because he didn't have 5 days.
He didn't notify the woman that you have an emergency.
You know, it's just crazy.
In 5 days.
It's just crazy.
That's the big.
So that statement is dead on arrival.
Before the day.
God, I beg you.
Kelly, you want to have an essential service?
No, I've said my own, but I don't like to bring you forward. When I hear certain things, I'm like, what's going on? I literally ask myself this question before I shut down. I take a moment or two to ask myself, what's going on? Do we think before we make some of these statements? I'm like, okay, you have said it, move on. So I quickly just distract myself by returning to my study and engaging myself with things that are more profitable. But for heaven's sake, so you tell me as a journalist, let's assume that you want to go ahead with your sanitation. And I come out with my ID card and I'm going to check the level of compliance. Your men will come and arrest me. And tell me that you don't have permits.
You didn't notify them.
I did not notify them 5 days to the time.
During the COVID, you know what I remember? One of our governor years ago was the governor. PhD.
He arrested the PhD.
When he arrested, where are you going? Where the PhD was there? PhD. He said, "Come, get out. What is PhD?"
He arrested him. It was after that embarrassment.
Yes, they pushed him.
He readdressed himself.
It was in the office when they told him that PhD man is PhD. There is no lie. He said, let the man would have told him that he's never now. They can't release him. They have already taken the man to a stadium.
These are the things we are talking about. Yes. And this did not happen 10 years ago.
Just something.
It happened 10 years ago. Someone that was part of that administration comes on air to speak. I'm like,
my dear, like you said, I am very much certain too that decision might not be what will be adopted, that he will come out.
He will be properly advised.
But after due consultation afterward, because I am believing that as an organized as Rewama should be, they would have sat down, talk with him, then maybe from their actions going forward, you that is scared that this is what they've made to the public as pronouncement, you might not see them carry out the action. That's when you knew that
they will quickly appeal that judgment and ask for execution.
Yes.
This is another window.
My biggest problem here is I know how Samuel Wanosike talks. We know some of the things that Samuel Wanosike has championed. That's why I have concern. Because when they start flogging people and arresting people anyhow, they will tell you that they have power
and not law.
I'm telling you that's my concern. That's why I'm hammering on this thing like this. So they will tell you they have power. Me, I can afford to stay in my house.
Kelly, I think let me take 2 hours.
No, you can't take 2 hours. You are not around. You stepped out. You are not around.
No, not being around.
There are people that are. There's a part of
it taking 2 hours.
There are people that are institutional. I've been here. This studio is to give award.
The part of the reaction you haven't responded to.
Maybe you meant 2 minutes.
No, you don't even get 2
No, I
minutes.
said 2 hours.
You don't even get 2 minutes.
Yes, you have. We have seen we can take
the question is, do we need environmental sanitation to keep our state clean?
The question should come with smile.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Because I almost moved on.
You can't move on.
No, you are not around. I almost moved on.
If a man has
let's respond
and one misses, you
are not a lost sheep. Please go on, sir. Right.
Please, I'm in my joyous moment.
That's why
I say I'm always on daily basis celebrating my birthday.
Do we need environmental sanitation
to keep our state clean?
We need
see my seat.
We need it.
We need environmental sanitation
to keep our state clean.
Yes, we need it. Let me tell you, Kelly, you know what is good for the goose is good for the gander. I was looking at what is going on in some states. I was in Osun State some few years back. I'd already boarded a taxi bus to leave Delkin to Port Harcourt. They said no way. That in fact the park is closed. I said why? They said till 10 o'clock. I said what is going on? Is it in this state of emergency? Because I came in today and I want to leave the following day. No, 2 days. They said the sanitation. Now, when we look at the context at which that speech was made, You know one thing with leadership, when once you are appointed, there is this thing that comes. Leadership comes with absolute power corrupt. And in your exuberance too, then in your haste to make some certain things, to speech to please the people, you can. That is where you can derail. That is where the problem comes. Now in Rewama, I'm privileged to work with my present Oga, the man I work with. Before we left to pilgrimage at the federal level, we were at Rewama. And like I said, it's a privilege, even though I wasn't there properly like an elected appointee. But as part of an auxiliary to my Oga, I saw that they have various departments. They have the legal department. They have other departments that can advise. But one thing with political office, there is this impunity that comes. Even at the civil servant level, even as the sole administrator is there now, the question you ask yourself, does he listen, pay attention to the civil servants and the suggestion they make? Nobody looks at what comes up. The administrative system is dead. When once there is a political office, everything that has to do with administrative system dies. In fact, there is a way you suggest, they will fire you. In fact, your work becomes... So what goes on there? I remember that there are those that are cycled to, go to shop and tax. Not only the waste bin, they do basket, they do other taxation. It doesn't just... People are looking at waste. They provide waste bins. That's why I said it would have been easy for him to have listened to those that have spent several years there for advice. And one thing is to give them attention. Another thing is to look at the leadership if he's ready to give attention to such. Because I know there are those that are well experienced. Now there is those that, like somebody was saying here, let us look at specialization. You can't go and bring a historian to work in a bank simply because he knows how to maneuver computer or he's tech savvy. There could be some, mathematics that will be confronting him, which may be very far from history. So for me, I think when I listen to that speech, there were a lot of deficits. Now in the morning, some persons will just baggage. Those that are going to work, you see them throw it in the media. And sometimes, remember the days of Felix Obua, people were arrested even at that 4 a.m. People were arrested and there was a special court set up. That court is still there. Sanitation court. And what they do is that judgment is just given. Once you're just caught there, they accelerated the judgment. Before you know, you're taken to somewhere. Because I know two of my cousins who are arrested. And before you know, sometimes when you come to release the person, they say the person is not here. They've taken the person to somewhere else. So in all of those things, how do you deal? What are the time for people to come and send their garbages? What are the time? Because you set up tax force. Those tax force, even when you're doing something right, they don't care. Because once you're arrested, you bail yourself with close to 160k, 80k, sometimes 200k. Nobody knows now. With the cost of things now, it may have skyrocketed to something. So for me, I think the chairman would have just consulted his people. I thought this, sometimes we just have to speak it the way it is. I'm not speaking the mind of those that are waiting to call now.
But you've addressed the same issue.
No. But people they've been talking.
No,
they've been talking the same thing.
What they've been talking about is do we need to shut down the state for 3 hours once in a month?
We don't need to shut down the state.
That's what they've been talking about.
We don't need to deprive the people. Please, I know you're coming from a deprived area.
Please. Can't he laugh?
With all you spill and all the rest. For those of us that are offline, those that are
the 2 hours is going. They told you that it will take 2 hours.
It is, for me, 2 hours. You look at the issue of fundamental rights. You look at the issue of those that are on essential duties.
Now they say we should apply 5 days.
They can't do that. Now let me tell you, it was happening under Meteo. I remember when they were hitting sanitation, even under delay. People were not, even those that were on essential duties, some of them were arrested.
Because people say faking the
permit. Another thing is that some people will just go and create unnecessary ID card. Even those that will tell you they're on duty, all in the name of. So for me, I think there are ways to make people. You can't force me if I decide not to work my grass. If I have some weeds in my compound, I can decide not to work it. You don't force me to do it. Now, outside my premises,
I think the state can force you, but there are ways to do it.
Outside my
they can't. Let me inform you. I don't know whether you were born there. I believe you were born there. Growing up in the village, there were certain days we call them land inspectors.
Yes.
When they are coming to your village,
being toilet,
they are coming to the village. You will see the whole village. The chief will say and they give award. Any family that don't clean the weeds in your family, the inspectors will come. The community will cook for them.
Okay.
They come compound by compound. You will see that by the time if they are coming next week, if you come to my village, you will think that you are in America. No, but afterwards, everybody relax until they come again. So what am I saying? Government can actually compel you. And if they find you one thing, that your compound is not looking tidy,
they prosecute you.
They prosecute you.
They have the sanitation agents, those that are sanitation agents, who are empowered to do that. They go to hotels, they go to various areas.
He was not born there.
I'm approaching 50. I'm not a small boy. I'm approaching 50. Even though Kelly is looking at me.
No, me, I'm a Gen Z party. I'm not near there.
Now,
I'm not even near. I'm around 25.
No problem. Remain there.
I'm around 25.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that there are some certain pronouncements one doesn't hastily do. Okay, this is democracy, and there is consciousness. You don't start telling people, don't do like this, don't do like that's why they need a legal advice. Most of these statements are not, they are uncensored. You don't just tell people, this is 21st century for God. There are things you do, you just go on. Somebody will just say, look, you're on my phone. They will just post it.
It's changing.
Now, so for me, I think they should go back for review.
All right. See, this thing has been on my mind. It's not for opinion poll. I know we're pressed for time, but it's been on my mind. So, Wike was that media pally talked about not being aware of PDP convention and so on and so forth. I'm like, okay, PDP has come out to say, reports are now saying that no, they informed him. That's on one hand. The second thing is PDP governors at their meeting said they didn't call him, but they said their convention will happen. It will hold in November.
I'm waiting.
I was thinking about it this morning. I said, wait, Wike as the, supposed leader of the PDP in Rivers State is having local government election, yet only 3 candidates for chairmanship is being fielded in the entire state. The state has 23 local government areas. PDP is fielding only 3 chairmanship. No, let me finish now. Allow me to finish now.
So I don't forget.
Shouldn't I finish?
You will be the last.
Shouldn't I finish?
Let us forget what is trying to say.
You should know about memory.
I should not finish. Allow me to land now.
Okay, I'm already.
What's the problem?
I'm becoming a mind reader.
So his party is fielding only 3 candidates, but the man is insisting that the PDP must do what he wants them to do.
That's national.
Yes, before they can have a convention. Yes. I don't understand. Like, does anybody understand it?
Yes.
One man says,
very easy.
You must do what I want you to do.
Yes,
because in the PDP.
Because they've been doing what he had always wanted them.
But the same man that has celebrated the local government election even announced that the president suspended parts of the Electoral Act in the state local government election. His party has fielded only 3 candidates. I don't. Is this something that powerful, or there's something missing here? Comrade Izu, is it a case of power or something just missing here? I don't understand.
When is you speak?
His men are contesting on APC platform, and the same man wants control of PDP national. How? Why?
Kelly, you see, the Nigerian brand of politics is not something you will speak during the day and act during the night. Definitely, you don't. Even the politicians don't trust themselves. Yeah, except
so like you don't trust him anymore.
Except you're not the full-bred.
Like you don't trust him.
Let me keep up.
You don't trust him anymore.
Because if you can sweep this, I thought you were a righteous politician.
I don't know if Chimenem here, my good friend,
trust you.
I wouldn't say so. Trust himself.
Yeah, politically, no problem. Thank you very much. You can. You're on 2 sides, so I won't be able to say anything.
Because you've seen cases where, for the politicians to make that statement, it's not me that in politics there is no permanent friend. and there is no permanent enemy, it goes a long way.
But interest is permanent.
Interest. What is permanent is interest. So as at that point, meaning that I dine and wine with because of interest, I may not know. You remember vividly, some persons who are allies to the minister were rather thanking God on his behalf that if he had kept somebody like him for all these years, he shouldn't be angry with what happened, but rather should be happy that he came out with his life, because the person in question politically was the most trusted persons around him, who were the ones who will look at water that will be open before he drinks and everything. So if such a person could wait all these years that he was under you and rather do this, you should not take that as a worst disappointment, but coming out with your health that the person did not poison you. That was what they were telling him.
Wow.
So it tells you that as at that point, who should you trust? So if you see, I remember vividly after the public war between the governor, he was a governor then, and Dave Umahi, who was a governor also. 2 days after, I saw Dave Umahi in his house. 2 days after. I'm not saying what I
forgotten, no permanent enemy.
That's what I'm saying. So with this coming into the level at which we play politics and party sentiment, Kelly, it is not a surprise for me if what you are saying is what played out or is playing out. But there is one thing. Why are you looking at me this way?
No, I want you to finish that.
But no, yes.
Your party has more than 3 candidates for chairmanship.
My party, which party?
Are you not in PDP?
Have you seen my card before?
You're not in PDP.
Have you seen
No, have you seen his card?
That's a question. You're not in PDP.
Have you seen his card?
Kelly is taking us back. The young man has said, with these few points of mine, he wanted to say, I believe I've convinced you. Then you interjected.
Dr. Wala, should PDP take John Paul yes or Wike serious? Or are you surprised that the PDP continues to take yes or Wike serious? No, for me, he says he's a PDP man. But the biggest irony for me right now also is, you're a PDP man. The election that you're celebrating the president and explaining the explanations that make sense to you, 23 candidates, only 3 from your party for chairmanship position. The rest, APC. This is no longer rumor, it's not confirmed.
That.
What is that again?
Kelly, you are surprised. It's very much genuine, and I too have been surprised because I've not seen this kind of politics being played before. I've not seen this kind before. I'm telling you,
it's
I've
humbling,
not seen this kind before.
It's humbling to think of it.
There's a general saying that the permanent thing in life is what? Change. So maybe this is the change we are seeing, and it has introduced a new brand of politics in Nigeria, using Rivers State as a case study, because the man who we are referring to is a Rivers man, and it has also proven that interest is paramount. You know, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. The same thing also in interest. So because of one's interest, the person can go to any extent to pursue it. It's what we have seen. And again, it has also shown that party supremacy is gone. Just like every other institutions, where when institutions are very strong, then individuals have to align with that institutions and then provide services that are being needed by that institutions. But in the case of Nigeria, what we have seen is where individuals are more powerful than institutions. So Wike shouldn't be a surprise. That is me. If the president, just like as we have said here before, a Supreme Court that is supreme under Tinubu was no longer. It was the supremacy of the presidency. So why should we be looking at Wike on the other side? He's pursuing his political career and political future. And if it's that the only way he can survive and sustain it is doing what he's doing. So if PDP is a very strong institution, then they should do the needful.
You know, it bothers me a lot when people that are political spectators begin to puzzle.
Kelly.
You know, I don't like chairs.
Call my name.
But when you use chairs to, you know, to juxtapose with politics, it's a quite different thing. Okay. You know, in politics, the more you look,
the less you see.
The more you see. Not even
the more you see.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, for those that are spectators, they want the more they look, the less.
Like Kelly.
I don't know, but your heart should tell you. Those are, my mom said that a man should know when he's about to fail.
Like Kelly.
So, you see, Wike has become politically metropolitan. When it comes to politics, he's a rallying point. And his algebra, schools are introducing it. He's an institution, political institution. now people, so maybe you don't know about the latest studies. Where gradually by next year, curriculum will change. The man has done exceedingly well in politics.
They were studying politics.
Now, very correct. The permutation, when you say we have 23 local government, today PDP is 3. Who are the people in APC?
Who are they?
Yeah, who are the people you think that collected from or the candidates?
I don't know now. You tell me now.
No, you should.
APC people. I don't know APC members.
Is that what?
I don't know APC members.
You see,
tell us what that
there are 2 things that will take you to heaven.
Not to repent that.
No.
Now, no, I just want to tell you. Maybe you're not aware. 1, you have to repent.
1.
Give your life to God.
Let me finish.
You have to repent genuinely. Thank you. Evangelism is pivotal. 2.
That's not true now.
Wait, I'm
just
telling you.
This is sub 1.
I said 2.
That's sub 1.
I said 2. So
is that the 2? I don't see 2.
You may have 9. You may have 9.
So it doesn't matter whether your life has been moved or
you go hell.
No problem.
If you take this, you go hell.
I've told you that I'm not a candidate.
No, I'm thinking it out loud.
With what we are seeing,
I'm not responding
because
to you.
If you ask a native doctor in Nigeria, will you go to him?
No, I'm thinking out loud. I'm not responding to you.
Now,
that's all.
Now, who are the 9 or the remaining persons you call in APC? Are they not? Don't they have right to defect? Don't they have right to collect party tickets from where they choose or where they think their interest lies? We have seen people in the presidency.
Why are you focused on
who felt that within where they are not comfortable. See, it's interest. And when you say 3 persons, will we can stop them? It's an inherent right of members of a party to take ticket where they, or to take party interest where they choose that.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I like how you're passionate about this.
Yes.
They have rights, right?
Very right. And this is the first time we're seeing this kind of brand of policy.
So let me see if this picture is correct, right? So the loyalists of Nyesom Wike, who have stayed with him in the PDP all this while.
I don't know what you mean. It's ambiguous when you say loyalists.
He's close allies.
I'm part of his Jesus.
He's close allies.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And the likes of Chidi Lloyd. Even I don't know if the one who is going to get back into my council, Asaritori local government area, will be described as a close ally to Nyesom Wike. But we also know that Onenge, I think it was Onenge or something, is returning. And is returning on the platform of the APC. He's contesting on the platform of the APC. Right? These are known allies to Nyesom Wike.
Thank you.
Nyesom Wike has said it over and over that he's a PDP man, even though he works in an APC government, but he's a PDP man, right? So suddenly they've gone for local government election. As spooky as election is, his men that are known to be his allies are now contesting on the platform of the APC, not the PDP. And the same man is trumping, you people must do what I want you to do if you want peace in the party. Doesn't that smack of overprising oneself, arrogance, being pompous, and being hypocritical? Because can you tell me that Nyesom Wike, as the leader that you know, that's your own political leader, would see his men go to another political party freely, and he will allow them just like that?
Should I rest?
Yes.
Allow me to go with reference. Politics is interest. Let that be established.
Okay.
In politics, we are told of opportunity.
Okay.
And politics is like an opium. Everybody, what we are looking at is leadership.
Okay.
And when you look at leadership, you look at opportunity.
Okay.
Wike does not deprive anybody. You people look at him as somebody who deprives. Now, we were asked, I was opportune to take ticket. What I'm looking for is where my interest can fly. And like I said, that's why I said he's a man of excellence, political excellence, when it comes to, looking at what to do.
Ordinarily, yeah.
Please
we
allow
should
me.
be charging you for using our platform to glorify your
No. We are discussing.
But because you are here, we allow it.
No.
But we should be charging
like
you
I said, I have been. In fact, I've been a member of this place for more than, if not 8 years.
Even before I came
I
here,
should have a leave.
Even before I came here. So that's why I'm not pushing for you. Now, I would have told
we're
you
having conversation. I don't want me
my
to
boss.
Talk. I don't know
so
what
we
you
should be charging him.
Anytime I praise my.
Leave him so that we'll have his hand on that. Let him say what.
Now, he said, go and contest. PDP, APC, any of the parties, and of course we have RISEC.
Why didn't they go to Labour Party? Why did the majority of them not go to Labour Party?
I've always told you that Labour Party is a social media party.
Okay, that's why they didn't go there.
Thank you very much. They can speak very good grammar. When it comes to pragmatism, political pragmatism, they lack it.
How about ADP? ADP. Yes.
Dead on arrival.
SDP.
That's what I'm. See, these are parties that can sail. They can sail in other states.
Okay, but APC can sail.
They can't fly here. They have no wings.
So APC can sail.
You mean APC?
Yes.
Well, like I said, the way from where you may be looking at it, I'm a politician. Izu may look at APC and say, look, I have opportunity. Please, I want to. He doesn't need to take permission from me. And that's why I said, this is the first time we're having internal democracy, seeping into different political parties.
Okay. All right.
And that is why those guys say, look, we want to take ticket. They don't need to take permission from him.
Okay.
These are interested and members. That's why I said this is the first time we're having democracy seeping into this party. And they took their form.
So
should we deprive them?
So in 2022, 2023, there was no democracy when his close allies decided to support Atiku Abubakar. And his close allies decided to support Atiku Abubakar. What was happening then?
Not when you do it in error. Witch hunting.
In that case, it was an error.
When you do it by witch hunting.
Okay, that was an error.
Look, let me tell you. Let me tell you
what commitment.
Please allow me. Let me tell you what commitment is all about. Before the Nigerian, when military took over, because after Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, it was Akin Rossi. Something happened about the commitment of a Yoruba man, and that is why, on daily basis, an Igbo man should always be gratuitous and always say Yoruba man tried.
Okay.
Now let me tell you what commitment is all about.
Sir,
wait, let me tell you. In politics, you must follow to the last.
Sir.
And obedience is good.
Chimenem.
But
let's not get into ethnic.
There's something I want to say.
No, let's not get into ethnic diatribes and
not diatribes.
It's not.
I want to tell you when Waifa died. When you telling Akin Rossi I will die with you. Commitment.
Do you realize?
But there comes a time. I don't know why you don't allow me to.
Do you realize that
you hear me like this,
what you hold as your opinion
can
cause tension for other persons?
Which tension?
When you say an evil man,
are we Taliban?
Let me move on.
Let's not go there.
I've moved on. If you don't want to understand, that's fine. But I have a duty.
I know
to see that I don't allow you become insensitive to other people, and that's important. And I don't have to do it.
You don't want me to say
it's something that you can do. I've effectively shut it down. I've shut it down. That's what I've done.
It's okay. No
I've
problem.
shut it down. That's what I've done.
You are the leader. You are the anchor. You can do anything.
So I'm curious. Why is PDP allowing Nyesom Wike to assert himself in the party the way he's asserting himself in the party? Yet in a local government election in a state that he's glorifying, his party is only fielding 3 candidates for the chairmanship position.
Well, I see I've told you that of Rivers local government election is an arrangement which the spin doctors within the PDP and APC have come up to agree. They may not accept this. You remember the theory I propounded and told you on which day? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. I said the president of the nation, being that Nyesom Wike is an ally to him now, even though he's in PDP, may have walked up to him or called him, invited him over and said, you see, my friend, I want to have Rivers State. You know I'm in APC and you are in PDP. I want you to surrender that state to me. Wike also might reach his heart with conviction and say, sir, I will do so. I'll hand over everything to you, but let me remain in PDP. Even myself, I am doubting whether he's in PDP. Yes. You know, I have told you about PDAPC. That's what is going on. Officially, there is no political party registered on such name. But that's exactly what is going on. Because if you remember, you will also see that in Kano State during campaign, President Tinubu made that. I thought it was a mistake. But when I came to see what is happening in Rivers State, I said, is it how their calculation have reached even before Nigerians?
You just acted like you remember.
Because, see, Kelly, 3 persons for PDP. Strategically, the Obiakpo own is where Wike is from. And he wants his kinsman to hold that fort for him. Now, you also add Port Harcourt. The same thing, more or less. And then, I don't know the Oba Ibema
That's where
angle. Okay, thank you very much. Now it gets clear to me, clearest as it were, because Obue is from there. And you know that these two are pillars. I'm talking about Wike and Obue, as far as Rivers PDP is concerned. Now, Kelly, the APC, every other person, that's what Chimene was saying, that it is following your guy. All these people in APC, if you check all those people that are in APC that have taken this position to contest for this election in APC, even though their party is APC, just like Wike is PDP and working for APC, is it not the same thing? Are they not loyalists of Wike? All of them. So it's the same thing. More or less, PDAPC is training, whether they accept it or not.
Are you not surprised that the PDP continues to take him serious?
No, see, for the PDP, you know, I'm even because shocked.
That's even my focus.
No, I'm even shocked.
Why are they taking him serious?
No, I'm shocked at you that you are raising it.
Why?
Thank you very much. In 2023, let's start from that place. The Governors Forum, headed by, was it Akredolu or who? Or who? I can't remember their is it chairman or whatever they call Governors Forum leader.
Yeah.
Good.
That was Akredolu.
Good. They came up with a position that a Southerner must be the president. Whatever the PDP was doing, it bungled its own option. Atiku took a form. And Wike lost to Atiku in, what do they call that thing? Is it primaries? Good. And Wike came back and said, it must be the South. And the South later took it. But remember, as the South took it, the PDP still had Atiku for them. Wike, with his other members of G5, Ugwanyi, Autumn, and one other person.
Makinde.
Good, Makinde. And even good. All of them teamed up and fought against Atiku, and he lost. What did the PDP do? Was it not anti-party? They didn't do anything. Is the PDP now having maybe double head, as it were if it were human? Is it having double head? If it had double head, it must be caused because it's not ordinary human. Okay. And so what I'm telling you is that the PDP couldn't do anything then. Is it now they can do anything? And especially when the obstructor, Atiku, had even left them. He has left them. He's no longer in the PDP. Is it now they can do anything? A child that has stayed 10 years, he didn't stand up to at least learn walk. No way. He's shaking anytime. Don't you know that it has a problem? So he can't be free from his ailment now. They won't do anything.
Well, I mean, what is happening to me is not surprising. Kelly, you recall one of our meetings here when PDP said in the spirit of reconciliation that all the G5 members are now board of trustees of PDP. Remember what I said the other day, that PDP was buried. That was the day PDP was buried. As if that is not bad enough. You also recall the day RISEC here invited all the political parties concerning this forthcoming election. We saw it. You played it here. The chairman of APC was seated. Chairman of PDP was seated. Then I saw the chairman of PDP lost like this. And I said something. I said the man knows. That is Aaron Chukwemeka. The man knows that he is gone because his party is gone in Rivers State. Don't also forget that the same PDP state chairman here has just been given appointment, federal appointment.
Yeah.
That's aside. See, Kelly.
They've settled him somewhat.
That's what I'm saying. You see, Kelly, when...
Sorry, is it true? They've settled him?
What?
Aaron Chukwemeka has been settled.
Over what?
Okay, let's continue.
You see, when in politics, that day I saw that pictorials from RISEC, I said something. I said, look, I don't know what it is. There was some one of us here, we were discussing outside, and I told the person, I said, look, you see what is going to happen? The coming local government election, APC will feed all the candidates. The person said, why? I said, now, because even the APC that Wike is working for are not sure of him.
So he needs to show commitment.
He needs to show commitment. And that the commitment, just like a message, is that, look, we must now know whether you are with us or against us.
Yes.
And you see, if Timenem is saying that Wike is a smart politician, I will agree, but not to say that the academic calendar or whatever will carry Wike to be studied. He's a foresighted politician. To the extent that Wike planted a secretary of PDP. And with the secretary as it is today, there is nothing PDP. That's why Wike can boastfully tell you that what they are doing, that NEC has not met. As far as he's concerned, by PDP's constitution, it is the secretary that will call for meeting of NEC. And Anyanwu will never call for that meeting if Wike has not approved. So everything they are doing to Wike is inconsequential. So Wike have decided to show working, to convince, because don't forget, Ali Ndume last week was saying that Wike is PDAPC. That is to tell you that even at national, they don't know where he belongs. Now he want to show, he want to convince them that, look, I am for renewed hope. But, Kelly, Felix Obua is a strong PDP man. Wike, knowing how powerful Obua also is, ask him to produce PDP chairmanship candidates. In Obiakpo, he produced. In fact, Honorable Ken Chikere, he asked him to produce. You know the funniest part, when we talk about peace, a serving PDP governor, in the name of Similala Efubara, Wike brought an APC candidate in his own local government. What does that tell you? You know, when people talk about Fubara is coming back, good things will happen. I see more bad things to happen. Because you cannot tell a sitting governor under a political party not to even bring, not even chairmanship candidate, all the councillors in Opopo Nkoro are all APC. Now, all this is pointing towards one thing. Just to tell you that the man, Wike, who God has blessed, who God has shown mercy. You see, Nigerians, we should know when the ovation is loudest and know how to manage it so that God will continue to love us. The point my brother Wike is now, most regrettably, this is the last game. You see this point now? This is the last game to the extent that you have brought two parties together and you think people in Abuja are clapping for you. Yes, they may be clapping for you now because they are benefiting from it. But when the chips are done,
you will find out that, okay, you say presidency must be in the south. That was your gross for working against Atiku, is it not? Yeah. Now the Atiku have left the party. Why don't you now take the party ticket? Okay. Since you are too popular, take the PDP ticket now. It's in the south. PDP say it will remain in the south. And the people who want to disorganize PDP have all gone. And you say you're still in PDP. What stop you from taking the ticket now so that you will win? You will not take ticket because you're on a mission.
All right.
To cripple the party.
He said he wouldn't
it's unfortunate.
He said he wouldn't contest.
He
said he wouldn't contest.
He said so.
Why would he not contest?
Okay,
now that the party have done the ticket to sack.
Yeah, I think it's more to consolidate for the re-election of the president.
He said whoever supports Tinubu,
that is it. So he's not a man that speaks from both sides of
I agree with you. But the party he belongs is who is joking.
Pardon? Sorry, the same man that held the offer. Is it not offer?
That was then.
Okay, that was then. Okay, now he's
Izu, where is the beauty now is that PDP have said in the spirit of true reconciliation and our constitution, the presidential ticket will come to the south. I expect my brother. You know he's a very popular person. Political calculator himself.
That's why
now, I want to suggest, haven't gotten APC and PDP virtually in the south.
Now that he's to produce
in the south. Now that he's in charge, I want to appeal to him because we do Rivers we want to have a president. Chimene, please, they say the best way to send message to God is through smoke. It will get to the sky because we believe that God lives in the sky. Yeah. Now the coast is clear that PDP should bring a southern president, and that is what our brother has always fought. Now we are supporting him. PDP ticket is in the south. Let our brother, Minister Wike, take the ticket.
All right.
Nobody will. Atiku is not there anymore.
It won't work.
Why will it not work?
Thank you. Let me respond. You see, not when the party is in tatters. As well.
No, not PDP. No. PDP is together.
No, what?
PDP.
You're not in our house.
PDP.
Don't forget that you should tell my family when we are cooking okasi, you're telling us to cook stew.
You're still a member of the PDP.
Is that what?
You're still a member of the PDP.
You see, Kelly, I don't know. You look at politics as a religious thing. You see, we are far from that kind of. You see, what we are doing, the practice of. Yes, I'm a member of PDP. Proudly PDP. It's written in my chest. If you look my forehead, you will see it. You know what we are. Well, that's why I said you people are far from us. You know, it has to do with spiritualism. Now.
No wonder you people.
Why will some group of persons, fellows, decide to go for convention? And these are people
without telling the owner of the
now. Majority of them has never won their. Majority of them has never won their polling unit. I'm not even talking about their local government. I mean their polling unit, because the strength of a man begins from his home.
Yes.
These are people that when you say charity begins at home, you will know that charity begins outside. They want to start outside. Now we don't even know them. You understand? I don't know the level of baptism, of interest and sagacity that they have gotten, but I know they want to voyage the same voyage that. You know, one of the former party chairman was voyaging, one from Rivers. I don't want to call his name. We saw during his time of leadership, we saw how we were losing fellows. People were leaving us, defection in mass.
People from here that enthroned him.
Well, somebody
from the southwest.
Thank you very much. Somebody can be good. You know, somebody can be good
from a distance.
We were grooming him. Yeah. It's like getting a dog, and you say, "This my dog will be a lion." And this time he sees armed robber, he will encourage them. So we have looked at ourselves, and that is why you say restitution.
I'm surprised Chimonem is saying the question here is wiki. I'm surprised Chimonem is saying we.
Not only me. I come from the party. God forbid.
No, we are not
other people that are with you.
The question Ken is posing is that why is it that PDP?
No, but he has answered this question.
And now adding himself.
No, you said something now. You called him to something. That's what he's responding to.
Yes.
So I'm just waiting patiently for him to land so I can open the phone lines.
Thank you very much. Now, I don't know why you think that those fellows can deliver us, and that they will bring on their own. They will now begin to zone.
Which fellows?
I thought you have heard. I heard you hitting your chest, hitting like this with your two hands.
Is Makinde no longer with Wike?
You've
not heard that name.
Empathy in party.
When you talk about Makinde refused to go to the gutter.
Not going to. Well, if
there was nobody in the gutter.
No, nobody in the gutter.
There was nobody in the gutter.
There was nobody.
There's only one person. There's only one person that followed somebody to the gutter, and they came and washed themselves.
Makinde has.
You don't remember a certain Milai? You don't remember a certain Milai?
No.
You don't know him.
We don't know him. We don't know him. These are
different man.
It's a different man. Living lecturer.
Can you conclude so I can open the phone lines, please?
Now, the one that lives on the tree is really the one that goes to the gutter.
Okay, this one goes. It lives on the tree.
If you are talking about the Milaya,
please allow me. You see what we are seeing is that for those that have solely firmly decided to ensure that the party doesn't win election, these are the fellows that are trying to do convention, and we have resisted them and will continue to resist them. Because what we want is a party that will win election.
All right.
A party that can stand 2027.
All right.
But with the kind of fellows, which I don't want to name them, and of course you know those fellows, the like of Makinde, the likes of so many of them that I want. You can see people like Bode George, who should be in his centenary now.
Former.
Bode George now should be 100 now.
That's in his diminishing return.
Okay, so these are people that can man their unit and say they want to lead PDP. I mean, let us just wake up now. Are we joking? Are we joking?
When we are serious, we can't
So
go.
these are people that you see in football, when you miss your first 11,
it's a problem.
All right, thank you.
What man is going to what you go to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
0810-951-951. Phone lines are open. Let's take some reactions. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, I guess, and every person there.
Good morning.
I try to understand you very well. Thank you for admitting one thing. The first call you received that Samuel Wonosike, if is aware of that, and thank you for that one. And you see what I'm saying. I'm very, very shame of myself and the entire world and entire Nigeria listening to. I don't know what we are learning from the learned men. So let me put them like that. I don't know what we are learning from them. Putting us in a very bad corner tomorrow. What I generally that bad things have been a sense in Nigeria. That is that. That's my take. Good morning. Thank you.
I don't understand the end, Well, maybe you understood it. Today 95.1. Good morning, Chimenem.
Good morning, Felix, and good morning, the other guest.
Hi, Dr. Chris. Welcome. Good morning.
Yes, I like Chimenem in the sense that he has said a lot of things. I think we should also tell Chimenem to get closer to Samuel Wonosike. What he made, the reference he made about Wonosike is key. He should be properly advised. We don't want to go to the days of Agro and Southern River. We've long past that one. And I know that is what he's coming to do, but it won't work. Two, it's unfortunate the kind of politics we are playing. I've always wished this pattern can come up at this very point in Nigeria. It's always a chance to leave the same. Number one, is the principle. They should let let's have a sound, good, and civilized politics.
All right, doctor. Hello? Okay. I think we had the call drop already, so let's move on to another caller. Please just be reminded you have 60 seconds to make your point. Please, 60 seconds, yeah? That way you can speak and others would have a chance to call in and contribute, okay? Phone line still open from the traditional SMS channel. Good morning, Kelly and the panelists. Kana local government chairman is a PDP card carrying member, but went into their so-called primary and came out as APC member after he had been cleared. He was there as chairman of Kana LGA under Wike's rule as PDP member. Charles Seriba from Port Harcourt sent this one. Like Dr. Wala said, what is happening is new. It's novel, I tell you. Good morning, all. I'm surprised that people are laughing over things we ought to cry for. Anyway, Wike is powerful because PDP made it so. His anti-party activities were visibly seen, yet no disciplinary action was taken against him by the leadership of the party. Chukwulabde sent this message. Thank you. Today 95.1, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Kelly.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, I greet you. Okay, and the rest in the studio.
Good morning.
Yes, so my dear brother, honestly, the kind of politics we play in Nigeria, my brother, is not healthy for our democracy. As long as I'm concerned, for allowing one person to be in two parties at the same time, and they tell us that the party is supreme. We now allow an individual not to be deciding for the two parties. And people, you see, you have a party chairman, you have the party from the state and up to the national, and none of them are talking. Everybody just keep quiet, watching one person say, doing as if he's a super human being. My brother, I don't understand this thing.
All right.
I think we use the time we used to have if you goes against party rules.
Okay.
Discipline. But this time around, I don't just understand it again.
Thank you. That's your time, sir. Thank you. Today 95.1, good morning.
Kelly, good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm Tina Ekole from Ajit area of Port. Kelly, see, that's one thing I discovered in River State, and it's very worrisome. We lack innovative ideas. Right from, in fact, using this Roma as an example, for long, we never have a standard, practice on how to dispose, our waste. You go to some states, very neat, and we ask, what pattern are they using? Why can't we introduce all these new models of doing things right in these states? In fact, I applaud the man that was there when Ameti was there. Since we are getting well, since we are going well during Ameti period,
okay,
the standard thing was very commendable.
All right, sir.
But these days, I can't just understand what is happening.
Thank you. Today 95.1, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, my name is Engineer Samo. I'm calling from Alakahe.
Okay.
But first of all, let me congratulate the panelists. They have spoken well. Barrister Chimele, I love your speech. Thank you very much for accepting the offer of the words of the Roma chairman. Well, let me categorically state that barrister as a wicked political system is a system whereby any upcoming politician that wants to live up to his or her expectation in anti-party activity should study that structure very well. Apart from 2027, I see a very big political crisis crying out in 2031. Because what same party you are plotting between PDP and APC, the Bible said the heart of man is desperately wicked. They can turn their back at you at any time because politics is a game of interest.
All right.
Those who you thought that they will stand by you, tomorrow they might have their own personal interest to become River State governor.
All right, that's the time.
Different strategies are recorded.
Thank you
very much, Mr. Kelly.
Let's do a final call. Today 95.1, good morning.
Good morning, my moderator. For me, based on what one of the pledged to Tinubu, I don't take him serious. Local government, pledging because of local government, we are contesting about presidency here. One of the should remember very quickly, he must pay master and weekend. They supported Jonathan. Jonathan fought against North. So River State are no different. The election in River State and Abia State are equal. Who become president doesn't determine by River State election.
So why are you calling Wanosike? Why are you calling Wanosike in Kembilian?
Okay, I thought you carried the message he played on the weekend that they would deliver local government equated to Tinubu.
Let me read some messages this morning. I was reading a few. Let's read a few more and then we close. Good morning, Kelly and the house. My regards to Barrister Chimenem. I like your boldness. You always say the truth. We need people like you in this state. I always listen to you whenever you are being invited to the studio. Thank you, sir. The Lord is your strength. Stephen Eze sent that one. Chimenem's fans. Hi, Kelly. I love what the lawyer did. Many thanks, sir. In UAE, even in remote areas, highways, etc., you don't see dustbins. Police would even be the ones following defaulters in the UAE. But here, nothing. Nigerians need constant reorientation. Ken Port Harcourt sent that message. Thank you, Ken. Wanosike has deliberately put the cart before the horse because jobs must be created for the boys as task force to harass the people for money. No clear policy direction. From Mr. Kanu, you sent that one. Thank you, Kanu. Obi has said it all. For Nigeria to survive, there must be a change from bad leadership to good leadership. With the current leadership, I'm afraid Nigeria can't survive. Emerson and Ibon Air belong to us, Governor. Some ugly and unfortunate situations can make one fortunate. Emerson might be fortunate, might be the fortunate one at the end of it. Mr. Law, it's looking like it. Good morning, Kelly, and your guest. Thank God at least one of your guests has said the truth, you say for once, about the ban of movement, the guise of environmental sanitation. About some of Wanosike's statements, the illegality in Nigeria, more especially in Rivers State, will continue because they tested and dared the masses that we can only bark but cannot bite. Can you rate the state laws and happenings for the past 10 years now? I weep for the state, the treasure base of the nation. It has become treasure base of lawlessness. Adams, you sent this message. Thank you. Don't remind Wanosike about the judgment. He will play into the hands of someone who will sue and claim damages. OBJ is on point. Mama, you send that one. Before you sue and claim damages, there will be many others that they will beat. They don't have the means to sue anybody. They'll beat them, they'll harass them, they'll go and bail themselves eventually. So let's help ourselves, yeah? Good morning, Kelly and the panelists. Obasanjo has vindicated people like me. It's obvious that the judiciary will cause another civil unrest in this country, and it's a fact, not an exaggeration. All right, Mr. Dennis, you sent that message. Thank you. So the messages we can take from the traditional SMS channel. So let's go to WhatsApp. Morning, Kelly. Monthly sanitation is not the best system. Imagine shutting down the economy of the state for 3 hours. Is it because the state is receiving monthly allocation from the federal government, not caring for people who are doing small businesses? What happened to sanitary inspectors in the Ministry of Health? What is their work? Udo from Elelewon, you sent that message. Thank you so much, Udo, for reaching out. I have a marker, so let me follow that marker for now. All right. Greetings, Kelly. If really Atiku Abubakar had said he's not desperate to be president, he should jettison his presidential bid and give financial and moral support to the candidates that would emerge as ADC presidential candidate. My advice to Dr. Samuel Wanosike is, as he embarks on cleaning the entire 23 LGAs, he should do it with human face. Before setting up his task force members that would work for him, he should profile them thoroughly because we know what these task force guys are capable of doing. Thank God, Ability Atuebu, you sent that message. Thank you. A voice note here. Let's take a listen.
For Wanosike and sanitation. That's what is happening in Nigeria now. Is there any law that is or constitution that is obeyed? People who public defected, it doesn't have to change the constitution. The people who everything in Nigeria is turned upside down. No law is obeyed in Nigeria. There's some moment of show that give them judgment that all of them are celebrating today, all of them are working upon today. Is there a moment of show court judgment that Wanosike is disobeying? The person that called our governor Momo is the one that's Roman. How will he and governor work together? I wonder how Rivers State is gone. Rivers State that entered the hands of one chance people. Rivers State is gone. Tamino Sisi from Port Harcourt.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ernest from Woji, we'll see your message. All right, thank you. Voice note again.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kelly. My name is Onu Samuel. I think when it comes to Environmental Sanitation Authority in Rivers State, I think I will give it up for Sobojak. When Sobojak was the chairman of Environmental Sanitation Authority in Rivers State.
We're not asking the best environmental sanitation officer. If you listen to our conversation, Kenneth, you sent this message on the traditional SMS channel, so I've read it. Permit me to move on, yeah? What it? I don't know if I should read it or I should just leave it. Let me leave it. Okay, let me leave it. It's not. I don't think it's offensive because he does that all the time. I don't think it's offensive. Please, Chimenem is making background noise. Ask him to stop. He does that. He's always
going
talking.
through background.
He's talking like
that's a witchcraft.
He's always talking. Hi. You know, when I'm done with the show that he's around, I eat. Then immediately I get home, I eat again. You need that amount of energy to contain him. Greetings to you all. I hail the resolutions of the PDP governors warning the FCT minister to stay clear of the PDP National Convention holding in November. But they should all be prepared because litigation is loading. For Dr. Wanosike, I urge him to retract and edit his decision by making necessary adjustments because restriction of movement is an infringement of the fundamental rights of citizens. Abayo Kinsley from Rumokuta sent this one. All right, so he said the name is Sulo. Mr. Ndukwe mentioned that already, so let's move on. What judgment is Wanosike being referred to? He's the law himself. He has issued a decree. You disobey, it's to your own peril. Kanu, send that one. That's what I was saying. I totally agree with the former president Obasanjo. Our courts, our INEC have destroyed Nigeria, and if nothing is done, it's going to be a big problem. Secondly, Mr. Samuel, the new chairman of Rewama board, can say anything he wants to say because River State now is a non-constitutional state. Ben, that's what you think. We thank you, Ben, for reaching out. I think we'll have a few more from WhatsApp. Okay, so former Bello addressed lawmakers. Jima from Army Range, read your message again. I heard that video is recent. That he was speaking to those that were freshly elected in Kogi State. So I heard the video is recent. In my opinion, instead of President Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Zamfara and Katsina states, he will resign from his office. There should be a full day sanitation in River State to help sanitize the stomach mentality of some River State people. Bretna from Oji. Well, if that makes sense to you, fine. Somebody that didn't conduct local government election until 2 months to the end of his tenure when he was governor. And why always talk about out-of-school children as if it's the responsibility of the federal government to put children in school. Our former governor who didn't build any new school block and didn't give free primary and secondary education. Peter Obi is only good in sweet talks that he doesn't even mind indicting himself because he never did all the things he's complaining about today while he was governor. Veli DK, you sent that one. Thank you, Veli DK. I think we have perhaps one more. Have I read it already? I support the court 100%, apart from the essential activities and ceremonies like burials, wedding, and other activities and celebrations. Saturday is worship day. That means our service will be delayed until 10 a.m. What do we do to Nigerian government? Elections on Saturday disenfranchise a large number of us from performing our civic right. Sanitation Saturday delaying our service. I think it's high time we sue the government for this continued destruction of our activities. Innocent child, you sent that message. I want to believe that I've read most of the messages via the WhatsApp channel. Allow me to just confirm. Okay, this one. When you say young people need money, you are not far from the truth. But if you make fake money, okay. Gabriel, maybe I said something and I've forgotten. I just can't place it. So forgive me for moving on. I just have to. All right. Let's see if we can quickly do a few from. We didn't touch the conversation for opinion poll. Perhaps we'll talk about it tomorrow. We focused more on River State today with the environmental sanitation and the state of our environment, which is absolutely important. On Real Talk on X, I see a contribution here. Kenny St. Laurent, this is just medicine after death. Our behavioral changes for years now has automatically killed the zeal about cleanliness. I doubt the effectiveness of this rekindled drive to re-establish the already abandoned infamous so-called monthly sanitation. Let's see how it goes. All right, that's a reaction. Let me go to Facebook. Let's see if we can squeeze a few. Definitely we can quickly do that. And then we close. Okay. Christopher Wogo, River State has not gotten it right when it comes to environmental sanitation, apart from during the days of Chibika Amechi, when River State was clean and Port Harcourt roads were being swept daily. experts were contracted as Ruama officials. All right. Okowa Charles, monthly sanitation as it was done in the past will not yield the desired results. If Ruama do not bring out effective ways of disposing waste, the population has tripled, and as such, more wastes are being generated more than before. I expect Ruama to come up with ways of turning waste to wealth than drive higher revenue. Okay, that can drive higher revenue for the state. Gordon Agwamo, good morning, Kelly. On once again concerning this matter, so YAP is a step in the right direction. Okay, I guess we meant yes, it's a step in the right direction and a welcome development. It should be enforced and not just swept under the carpet. Amen said we need sanitary inspectors, chairs. Emmanuel Webilo, it worked out before, and if they start it again, it will help the state. Thank you. I believe I read your message already. Andrew Fineface, would they obey the court order? Politicizing and ready to extort citizens is what government officials are after. Sanitation is daily and everyone's business. Chap J, for now it's necessary. They haven't been government in the state for the past months. Oh, Olaleko Muchiu, good news because in the Gruta here, those indigenous they recruit as sanitation boys are harassing the people living in the community. It don't already start though. It don't already start. Interesting. General Post. Okay. Classic was Wisi. I'm not desperate to be president. Article statement. Everybody in ADC not desperate to be president, but they are running up and down to unseat Tinubu in 2027. Atiku has been contesting to be president since I was born. Obi has joined up to 4 political parties. Amechi the same. El-Rufai the same, but they are not desperate to be president. It's all right. Cosmos Oneke, Tinubu can never declare state of emergency in those states because he is not in line with the realities on the ground. Super Ted McDonald, Malema's call for a single African president, currency, and military. It won't work. Small jollof rice, Nigeria and Ghana, they beef. It'll be small beef for. Skifu Peru, ADC asks Tinubu to declare state of emergency in Katsina and Zamfara. ADC may be right, but the question is, will President Tinubu do so? Many people have lost their lives in the state because of insecurity. All right, we have to close now. I'd like to say a big thank you to panelists who will join us. Dr. Paul Wall, a senior lecturer at River State University, Port Harcourt. He left already. Doctor, you have our deepest appreciation. J.C. Williams, Esquire, legal practitioner. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kelly.
Wardy Chimenem, Esquire, legal advisor / political advisor to the Federal Commissioner to Mr. President on Christian Pilgrimage, South-South Zone, a temple chief and a voice for Apara Kingdom. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Let me, Kelly, please, for my younger brother who just celebrated his birthday. Kevin, I want to say you will live long and you continue to celebrate your birthday continuously, and I wish you many more years.
We also have Comrade Ruben Izujenia, public affairs commentator, chairman NDNAF River State Chapter, and a voice for Ahada West people. Thank you, sir.
Kelly, it's always a pleasure being here. I also appreciate my colleagues who have done needful for today.
All right. And Mr. Emmanuel Indukwe, who is our in-house analyst. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you, Nigerians.
All right. That's our show. Kelly Kimejma is my name. Good morning.
So there is a junior in this house.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Go back. I know they get. I know they say. Even color they let. What they talking about? What they talking about?
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining me on Entertainment today on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. It's 11:36. It's a wonderful Monday. Good way to start the week. Thank you so much for staying with us from morning up until this hour. I'm sure you've been having a fantastic time. Now it's time to get into all the stories trending. Usually Mondays, we still have pickups from the weekend and virals from this morning. I mean, one of which that I saw that Iyabo Jo's grandson, her daughter had a baby yesterday, Sunday, 24th, right? Yes, 24th of August. And the boy has garnered over 100,000 followers on his Instagram account. Now, a special Instagram account was opened for him just a way to celebrate his birth and welcome him into the world. And over 100,000 people have followed. And I was just thinking, whoa, social media. Wow. Well, apart from that, something else that I also want us to talk about that's trending, it's just being viral on the internet. And that's what I want your reaction from. My name is Queen Chima. And all right, we're going to talk about that and also get your reaction, especially because of the popularity of the president. I'm just getting a report now on from my head of programs, but then we'll sort that out. But then let's start from the news on the foreign scene. Well, actor Jerry Adler, best known for playing advisor Herman Hesh, rap king in The Sopranos, has died aged 96. Although he found fame on the small screen, Adler did not start acting until his early 60s as he was preparing to retire from an illustrious behind-the-scenes Broadway career. The theatre veteran worked alongside stars including Julie Andrews, Angela Lansbury and Richard Burton during more than 3 decades in the industry. The Brooklyn-born actor passed peacefully in his sleep on Saturday, representatives said on behalf of his family, according to Associated Press and Fox News. Adler worked as a stage manager, supervisor, and director on more than 50 Broadway productions after being offered his first job by his father, who worked in the industry while at the university. He staged managed the original 1956 production of My Fair Lady, starring the then 20-year-old Julie Andrews, and 1969's Coco, in which Katharine Hepburn played the founder of fashion house Chanel. He went on to supervise the original production of the beloved musical Annie in 1977 and the 1980 play Camelot starring Richard Burton. He first stepped into the world of TV in the 1980s and early 90s, stage managing a handful of productions, including several Tony Awards. But it wasn't until he was preparing to retire that Adler began acting after a phone call from a friend casting the 1992 film The Public Eye. He then went on to further film roles, including 1993's Manhattan Murder Mystery, and 1996 Getting Away with Murder. But he found fame for his role in HBO's acclaimed series The Sopranos as an advisor to James Gandolfin, his mob boss Tony, and an old friend of his father. He later took on recurring roles in CBS The Good Wife and spin-off The Good Fight as Brurish law partner Howard Lehman and FX's Rescue Me as New York Fire Station Chief Sidney Fairberg. Other notable roles included Rabbi Allen. He also made one-off appearances in iconic U.S. shows such as Curb Your Enthusiasm and The West Wing. Adler returned to Broadway as an actor, first in the 2000 play Taller Than a Dwarf, and then in 2015's Fish in the Dark, bringing his career full circle. Well, hip-hop icon Snoop Dogg has sparked debate after revealing his discomfort with LGBTQ plus representation in the new Disney movie Lightyear. He shared his thoughts during an episode of the It's Giving podcast hosted by Sarah Fortnite on Thursday, where Snoop recounted taking his grandson to see the film only to be caught off guard when the scene depicted 2 women raising a child together. Papa Snoop, how can she have a baby with another woman? His grandson asked, and I didn't come here for this. I just came to watch the movie, Snoop admitted. He added, I'm worried about taking kids to the movies now because they're putting me in situations I don't know how to explain. His comments reflect the confusion he experienced in that moment and his struggle to address complex topics with children. The rapper's remarks have reignited conversations about LGBTQ plus themes in children's media, with some praising Disney for inclusivity, while others like Snoop question whether such content is suitable for younger audiences. It's Giving podcast, which discusses culture, relationships and personal perspectives, gave Snoop a platform to share his candid reactions to modern media trend and how they intersect with parenting challenges. Well, BTS star John Jungkook is making waves across the globe again as his 2023 single 3D featuring American rapper Jack Harlow crossed 1 billion streams on Spotify on August 24, 2025. This marks Jungkook's fourth song to hit the billion stream milestone, making him the first Asian soloist ever to achieve this from a debut solo album, Golden. Even while serving in the military, Jungkook's influence on music worldwide remains undeniable. Fans in Nigeria and beyond have been celebrating him as the most streamed K-pop soloist ever, racking up over 9.4 billion streams across all platforms. Nigerian music lovers who have embraced K-pop over the last decade alongside Afrobeat and international hits have been active on social media, streaming and sharing 3D non-stop. Many see Jungkook's milestone as proof that Asian artists can dominate global charts just like their African counterparts. 3D blends catchy pop melodies with Jack Harlow's rap style, creating a sound that resonates globally, including with fans here in Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt. Its massive streaming numbers highlight Jungkook's growing appeal and the global rise of K-pop alongside Afrobeat and other international genres. With Jungkook now back from military service, fans eagerly anticipate new music and projects, confident that his record-breaking streak and global influence are far from over. Well, still on the news, where in Nigeria it was a dazzling evening of elegance, warmth and celebration as the All Africa Music Awards Afrima hosted its 2025 Patrons Dinner with the international jury in Lagos. The gathering brought together policymakers, stakeholders in Africa's creative economy, music executives, artists, media representatives and Afrima's international jurors from 14 countries who were responsible for ensuring the credibility of Africa's global music awards. The event was hosted by Afrima patron Dr. B.C. Onashoya, chairman of the Address Homes. Now, this year's jury session has brought together jurors from across the 5 regions of Africa and the diaspora in Lagos, Nigeria. For over a week, they worked tirelessly to select nominees from a total of 10,717 entries received for Afrima 2025. The Afrima 2025 nominees list will be announced to the public. Well, Barrister Hanatu Musawa, Nigeria's Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, who leads a strong cast of dignitaries to the event, praised Afrima's global impact. Afrima is a testimony of how the creative sector in Nigeria has developed to a global standard even without strong government backup. We're proud of what Afrima stands for and the impact it has made in Africa and on a global scale, projecting our identity, culture, language and music. As a government, we will continue to support initiatives like this, not just because it celebrates art, but because it strengthens the economy and unites us, she said. Well, Joseph Aloba, father of late singer Ile Rioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, has countered Naira Marley's claim of innocence in the harassment of his son when he was alive. Mohbad's father, who spoke in a recent interview, insisted that he received reports of Naira Marley beating his son from people within the singer's camp. He added that he personally witnessed other incidents, although he did not specify the nature of the incidents he witnessed. Recall that Naira Marley had in a viral video argued his innocence, suggesting that he only ever tried to help the late singer and was never involved in his harassment or his eventual death. However, Aloba has now offered an account that contradicts what Naira Marley said in his viral video, instead of reinforcing the previously held notion that the Malian music boss was involved in bullying the late singer while he was alive. While also addressing Naira's claim that Mohbad received his money through accounts linked to his mother-in-law, Aloba corroborated the soapy crooner's story. Aloba confirmed that Naira once raised concerns with him that the late singer was receiving payment through an account other than his own. But Naira Marley complained to me that he, Mohbad, was collecting money with an account that was not his. Well, conversations continue as reactions to the video made by Naira Marley are quite acceptable by some people and not by others. Well, Fina, the winner of Big Brother Niger Season 7, has demanded that her sister Ruth Otabo be flown to India for medical treatment. In a video circulating online and monitored by Punch Online, on Sunday, Fina was seen at the reception of the hospital where her sister is being treated alongside some individuals identified as members of the Dangote Group management. The accident, which occurred on August 13, 2025 near Auchi Polytechnic, Edo State, left Ruth with severe injuries that resulted in the amputation of her leg. The incident happened just 6 days after she graduated from the institution. In the footage, Fina criticized the level of medical care being provided, saying she wanted her sister to be treated abroad. I am putting my sister as Dangote's child because if not, Dangote will not bring his child here. They will fly them abroad, she said. When one of the men present objected to her statement, she maintained her position. Asked if she intended to take her sister abroad, Fina responded in the affirmative and stated her preferred destination. The Dangote Group had since acknowledged the incident, stating that its team visited the scene, engaged with law enforcement and met the family at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital. The company pledged full medical support and compensation in line with its welfare and policy. Fina, who gained fame in 2022 after winning the BB Niger Level Up edition with 100 million naira prize package, has vowed not to let the case be swept under the carpet. The incident has sparked widespread outrage online, with the hashtag Justice for Ruth trending as Nigerians call for justice and proper care for the victim. Well, you're still listening to Entertainment Today on Today95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
You changed me to brand new. You show me love that I never knew.